Tonight on V.H.S, we're going to be looking at the making of Universal Studios, as well as talking about some of the new stuff from Epic Universe. Oh, hey Tom, where are you going?
I'm leaving. Forever.
Oh, cool. Can you get me a sandwich? Would any of you find people like anything since he's already going off forever?
Drop into our televoid and watch as we all get annoyed with videos found from the past and references that sure don't last. Watch most things we would avoid, see old ass stuff that's been destroyed. What's the worst that can go wrong? All we do is watch a lot. Celebrities at the Sky Dome, fire safety in your home, a bunny haunting in your dreams, an octopus who's smoking weed, Michael Eisner, Danny Kaye, Ernest Furries being gay, Disney parks, Winnie the Pooh, Tweedledee, Charlotte's Girls, what's the worst that can go wrong? All we do is watch a
Hello and welcome to VHS, the Void of Horrible Stuff, where we talk about Back to the Future, the musical.
At least two of us can.
The intro had Back to the Future. The shirts had Back to the Future. I just missed the memo. I'm sorry. I'll see myself out later, I guess.
We'll talk about the How to Train Your Dragon live arena spectacular.
Yeah.
Welcome to VHS.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Cirque du Soleil Avatar show.
Ooh.
Oh my god, by the way, that's entirely on YouTube. Can we watch it sometime?
Yeah, sure.
Like a pro shot version is on the Cirque du Soleil channel. We should watch it. I've watched a little bit. It's ridiculous. This is the Void of Horrible Stuff, where we watch and riff along to old retro videos and VHS tapes from the comfort of our TV Void / video store. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
By the way, I would appreciate a Sandlot reference.
Agreed.
I don't remember ever watching that. I had a poster of it somehow, but I've never seen that movie.
It's good.
Is that the one with the guy with the baseball in his butt? Oh no, that's a soccer one. There's like a soccer movie. There's like a guy and a goalie, and he's like, and there's a ball right in his like balls. Like somebody kicked him right in the balls with a soccer ball. Somebody look it up.
Well, that clip's going in next season's intro. Just Tyler sitting there spreading out.
What's it called? It's like the Sandlot. It was called like the Long Green or something like that.
The Big Green?
I'm gonna look up.
I think that's the name of it
right now. Yep, that's it, and that's the poster. Bring it up. I'm not crazy. It's what it looks like. Bring it up, man.
Working on it.
In the meantime, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm playing Disney's Speedstorm until I get Figment, goddammit. Tyler Man.
I'm playing Helldivers until they put in a Stormtrooper skin. Ben Harris.
I'm watching actual sports. Matthew Sobel.
And as always, we are joined by, not Tom, he's literally at work and he's gone forever. We are joined by the invisible fourth member, who's going to introduce themselves. It's Tub the Goat from Rafiki's Planet Watch.
The Goat of Goats.
Yes.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Tubla.
Gentlemen, I've come up with a brilliant way for this show to make money.
Oh.
All we have to do is take a page from Universal's book and open a VHS tribute store.
Okay.
We can sell Sky Dome hats, replicas of John Ritter's wetsuit from the Living Seas, and Tokyo Disneyland opening ceremony stopwatches. And where can you find it all? Danny Kmart.
Hey!
I'm seeking $50,000 for a 50% investment. Think it over, sharks.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
What's the Tokyo stopwatches?
For when you're sitting
The
there
fact
waiting
that we
for
were
the opening ceremony to finish.
It was so long.
Oh my gosh. That was,
okay.
That was a slog. That was right up there with the C's.
We always start late because it takes me forever to style my hair. No, it takes me forever to find my hair.
Yeah.
Hey, chat, be nice. Tonight, we're watching Universal Parks videos again. Previously, it was like, that was the joke, is that we always watch Disney shit. And then, April Fool's Day, we did a Universal episode. Now we can do whatever we want, anytime. What was on the docket for today? It was the
evolution of Universal theme parks. I put this one together. Yeah. So if you have a problem, yell at me and make fun of my hair. So we are starting off with I believe a souvenir video of from 1984 of the Universal Studios backlot tour in Hollywood.
Oh, neat.
Then we will lead into an hour-long special I recently discovered was on YouTube called Total Immersion, Building the Theme Park for the 21st Century or something of that. It's not in the name, but it is basically the makings of Universal's Islands of Adventure.
Oh, okay.
Which and because I love anniversary shows, this is also around the time of Islands' 25th anniversary. So,
cool.
So we'll look at how they built all that, and then afterwards we are going to be watching all the announcement videos from Epic Universe, including the big one that dropped yesterday.
Oh boy!
Hope you like monsters.
The internet went wild over that. I am very excited to talk about this.
That's weird because we've seen those monster things before. How they zoom in on all the different characters. I'm like, that was in the original announcement video. That can't be new.
No, but I think it's the fact
everyone's
that now we know what they're going to be using them for,
and what the theme of the entirety of the land is, and how it all ties together.
Also, with the concept art of another ride, we got to see some looks at some other monsters we have not yet seen.
Yeah, the Yeti.
Oh, I choose to believe that there's a direct shot.
We have a bingo card for Universal videos. Well, I can tell you that at least the first half hour is just write it, make a square, write in dead attractions, and cross it off.
Oh boy. I feel like live attractions is going to be the one you want to check for in the first special.
Yeah.
God. The studio tour is still there. It's just, it has changed a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know the opening day rides are completely, almost everything has changed because they change things more frequently than Disney does.
Yeah. Especially out in Hollywood where they don't have any blessing of size. So if they want to put something in, something has to go out almost every time.
Oh, Speaking of Disney, before I forget, we can't glance over the fact that Communicore Hall opened recently.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
as they say, they finished the multi-year transformation of Epcot,
and they ended with a catering hall.
We have something to announce. We have been doing our own multi-year transformation of V.H.S. You saw the new starting soon screen with all of us peering down the hole, but we have finally completed a renovation of the V.H.S. store. Ben, can we bring up an image of that, please?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
There it is. Look at this. This is going to be a flex space that we can use for future VHS events. As you can see, there's some signage on the walls related to the VHS store. But we're excited about the innovation that can come from this space.
It's just wide open with possibility.
Yeah, there's so much.
It also makes me sad.
We can put anything we want in this space, but we probably won't. Okay, that's about it for that. Why is the wall yellow?
Me of all the happy times and how even when dying, it wound up stocking my college DVD collection. Because we had a Blockbuster right on NYU campus, so I was just like, hey, if they're dying, I may as well take some of it with me.
Yeah. Loot the body, loot the body, loot the body.
For real, Communicore Hall, what the fuck?
I'm very excited for all of the fan events that are going to take over this space. It's going to be full of annual pass holders doing pin trading. like every night of the week, I'm sure. There have been talks of a book club.
I believe my joke on
What
Twitter
book?
was the World Series of Diz Twitter Poker.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say bingo, because that looks like a void, empty bingo hall.
Bingo, yeah, bingo hall.
Oh my god.
And they just left it like that and said, "Hey, I understand. It is summer in Florida. Any air-conditioned space is welcome, but dang, put up like a picture, hang a picture or something."
How about putting in the shit from the concept art? I know it's a concept, but you could build those things. It's not that hard.
Honestly, just a few display cases. Lord knows you still have the props.
Yeah.
What's the point of your archives if you're not going to, like...
There.
If they're going to be in a box deteriorating, like in that show where we saw how stuff was in boxes deteriorating to the point that you needed to call an outside person not affiliated with Disney to come and fix them for you. That's why they got rid of that show. It just made Disney look bad. Yeah, university open study area.
I wouldn't be shocked if people start using it for that. Like, there's so many, like, work remote folks who, like, work from the parks. I am pretty confident that, like, this is going to be taken over by people having meetings.
I was going to say, welcome to the Blogger Business Center.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fantasy Springs looks like the most amazing thing in the world. In Tokyo, it's beautiful. There's 4 rides. One of them is Spider-Man, but if it was Peter Pan... And
I was about to say, like, that looks like the best screen ride I've seen come out of the Disney parks in a while. That worked so well. That was very good.
Welcome to Neverland. You guys gotta get out of here.
With Captain Hook on the with Captain Hook on the loose, this could be the most dangerous night of my life. And yours.
Nice shades. Like, oh my god. I mean, the Frozen and Tangled rides look slow, but it's a family park, and those are family rides. They are all family rides. We have enough weird shit at that park. And they just, they added more space. They added more restaurants. The costumes look better than all of Communicore Hall. Anyways, anyone else have anything else to say before we
Thank you all for coming to Park Center.
We're not watching anything about Communicore Hall tonight.
Yep.
If we did, it would last 5 seconds.
I gotta chime in on this. They're gonna put Lorcana World Championship in Communicore Hall. It's gonna happen. Like, that space is begging to be used as a tournament space.
Test Track's gonna become Disney Speedstorm. All right, well, it's time to watch Universal stuff. Who can set us up for what's first?
Matthew, this is your baby.
I mean, it's a souvenir video from Universal Studios in 1984. You're going to see the studio tour. You're going to see a lot of... Basically, it used to be way more about how they make movies and not just, here's where we do this. They actually get into... This is how we do it.
Well,
and
two
not
things.
just, a Montel Jordan song. This is how we do it.
The two things are.
You're also going to see a stage show inspired by Conan the Barbarian.
Oh,
we watched that.
Well, you're going to see more of it, I guess.
Nice. We promise shirtless guys.
Woohoo!
Well, you will not be disappointed.
Hell yeah!
Shall we queue up?
Away we go.
Do it.
Oh, what's Tubbs gonna do now?
It's always the popcorn.
Oh. It's always the popcorn.
We're going to the movies. I figured popcorn made sense. I'm fixing the audio.
Isn't this I didn't know this was the early version of the Yee video.
One of the largest and busiest motion picture and television studios in the world.
Oh my god, that
Join us on
archway!
our guided tour and see how
Oh my god, you're right though.
Oh my god, watch out for the tram! People are just walking freely around.
There's a tram on your left and a tram on your right. That's
Again,
called a
safety
paratrams.
wasn't invented until 1987.
Oh, this
Our
music.
tour guide is Here's a good bird's eye view of Universal's fabulous back lot, where we're going to get
Wow.
a close-up look
That
at what
is
goes on
all
behind the scenes in
Transformers and
Movieland.
Mario now.
Yeah, it is.
This fucking music.
It really is ye. You're not.
I love it.
I guess we
What is that?
Whoa!
Star Trek?
Silence.
Oh,
was Star Galactica.
Stargate. Oh,
I really don't think we should go inside
Farscape?
the spaceship.
Whoa!
Whoa!
maybe
A
we
little
should.
smoke. Whoa! The silence got excited.
Strange-looking Earth creatures has been captured while attempting
Wait a
a sneak
minute.
attack
Is
on
this
our
like-
battleship.
Foolish mortals,
Is
your
this like
fate
the
is sealed.
same, like,
What is
building
this?
that
By
Is this the
your
same
command,
building that,
the total extermination of the
King
life
Kong
form
is in?
known as man.
Our
Might
position
be.
here has been discovered.
This is probably
More humans may
confrontation,
follow. Prepare for liftoff.
10, 9,
I mean, it could just be the same
7,
two buildings.
6,
Yeah.
3. What? What happened to 4?
In the name of the
Just
12
kidding.
colonies of
Lone
man,
Star!
I demand the release of the humans.
Oh, they
Really teed that up, didn't I? Woohoo! Went there!
I'll hold it off. You get out of here.
Here, I'll be all right.
Oh, never mind.
Now this room resets every 30 seconds.
Whoa! He's got a real laser.
Oh, what? I like how he has to keep going while they're driving
Thanks
out.
to our
Yep.
brave colonial warrior who just survived the Battle of Galactica.
Oh.
It's not every day that you need
Wow,
to
that-
be
oh, that was the
rescued
whole
from
battle?
alien invaders.
Talking about the brave
Laser
colonial
force.
warriors saving people, I'm a little afraid of that.
That was the entire battle.
It's a
sequence.
space colony. It's fine.
I know, but
What? Oh my god. Get the golden rules
Oh,
out.
it's fine. This house isn't insured.
I'm fine. Everyone's fine. There was a fire at the nursing home.
The flames are real enough, of course, but no part of the house will ever catch fire. It's just a good example of movie special effects. And only one
Y'all
of many
come
we're
back
going to
now,
see
you
on our
hear?
studio tour. We're
Look
headed
at all
down
them
to
trams.
Universal's front lot, among the huge sound stages where
How,
indoor
yeah, how
filming
long
is
do you have to
done.
wait for the next... Oh my god, there isn't even like a load area.
Is that a
There are
restaurant? Like, what are they
35
doing over there?
giant buildings here.
That's the
The
waiting
Marshals
area.
is
They were
for the
like,
ride.
actually, you
Football
did
field.
part of the tour on foot back then.
Wowee.
Oh my god, the fashion.
Yep.
The white zone is
But
for
our
tram
first
loading and
stop is a
unloading.
small
only.
bungalow.
Ah, the
Oh,
team
we'll get in
patrol.
that truck.
Oh wait.
Hey, my baggage.
The lady
Oh,
won a
someone
whole
asked,
shelf
didn't
full
the
of
whole
Academy
back lot burn
Awards
down?
during her illustrious
I think it
career.
was
Oh,
the-
Meryl
For over
Streep's
40 years,
bathroom.
Edith Head was the movie's foremost costume
I
designer.
think the thing that burned down was the Back to the Future
Fashioned
Town
from several of her
Square.
films,
I
including
think
the
they-
No,
I think that is-
no, that was
and we've
that was a different
reconstructed
part.
her design studio here.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought there was a fire there, though. Am I just mistaken?
What is...
Oh, there was. It was
Is that
a
a
real
room
fire.
going?
It was not.
Oh.
That was the burning. The
Our
burning
next
house
stop
was
is the
always
special
just
effects
an
stage
effect.
presented by Eastman Kodak Company.
But there was an
This is
actual
where the
fire on the
magic
back.
really
Oh,
starts.
hey,
E.T.
And
Adventure.
we'll see how important imagination
Oh, I
is
don't
in
think
the
the ride
making of
was
a
there
motion
yet.
picture.
I think that was just
Are
promoting.
we about to
the movie.
watch... Are we about to watch the E.T. ride?
Your mic's
No, I don't
off.
think the ride
Nice.
was there
When
yet.
both movies and audiences were
Whoa,
less sophisticated
Space
than they
Cop.
are now.
Neat.
A model like this was used for Buck Rogers' spaceship.
I'm sorry about the crudity of this model. I remember I didn't have a lot of time to make it, Marty.
It sailed through the galaxy,
That's really
spewing
neat.
sparks and smoke. And everyone was
I
sure
mean,
this
it
was
is
what
the
craft
cheapest
would look
thing they
like.
could do.
Well-
on this road.
Well, maybe if they had bought the leaded
In
gas.
Battlestar
Yeah.
Galactica and other recent space adventure films, the hardware was a lot more sophisticated.
Recent space
computers.
adventure films.
Nobody's ever seen a dinosaur, but these highly detailed...
Oh, they're really going at it. I think we shouldn't interfere.
So they can be moved
Oh my God!
one frame at a time in a very convincing
Oh, hi!
fight scene.
Didn't see you there.
But realism isn't always the goal of the special
What a
effects
fake
people.
man.
Sometimes they just
No,
like
that's
to
a real
surprise
person.
us.
What?
Whoa! Hi, have you seen Lionel
In
Richie?
his comedy
Whoa!
extravaganza,
How's that guy in that
1941,
chair?
Director Steven Spielberg made extensive use of
Oh,
elaborate
reuse
miniatures
footage.
like this amusement park, with its
What?
hundreds of tiny light bulbs.
What movie was that with the Ferris wheel rolling off?
1941. It was a Spielberg
Never heard of
movie.
that.
Not great.
After some complex optical work in the
Good review.
laboratory, the model of this craft will appear to glide through the depths of space.
Wow, so they had like a
Only in
full
the more
walking.
recent
I didn't
versions
even
of
know
his
that.
adventures
Honestly.
did Buck
Yeah.
Rogers travel in such
Disney
first-class
really
fashion.
tried to copy
Our
this.
actors here, by the way, are members of our own tour group.
They're on Rise of the Resistance.
Disney came way after the Hollywood version, right?
Yeah, no, Disney
yeah.
copied the Hollywood one, yeah.
But then they still made Universal Florida after Disney had made MGM.
Right.
Back on board the Glamour Tram again, we resume our tour of the studio.
Yee!
It really sounds like this MIDI track of Cuba.
Does anybody know where this MIDI track is from? Is this an original production here, or did they just find MIDI
We
music?
travel right through the main prop warehouse.
That it has to be
It's over
stock
an
music.
acre in size.
This
and
sounds like
contains
Hello,
the
My Baby,
entire
Hello, My
world.
Darling.
It's the
Yeah.
largest collection in the industry.
What is it? Is this all the
Actually,
artwork the Nazis
Do
stole?
something.
Is this haunted prompt room actually stretching?
Oh, you already missed the foolish humans
This is the
part.
back
Yeah, I
lot,
did.
where we do much of our exterior filming.
I love their pretending that this
Here on
woman-
Aren't we
Tram
currently
Tour,
filming her
many
exterior?
movie scenes of city life have been shot, including Lady Sings the Blues and The Sting, which won the Oscar for Best Picture
What about the
in
police, though?
1973. Nearby, New York Street stood in for...
Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Yeah, that is the
for
song.
East Berlin in Torn Curtain. It was New York in the 20s and
Oh, my favorite movie, Torn
We
Curtain.
covered over this entire section of the
Starring
back
Rip
with
Torn.
black plastic
movie.
sheeting
Rip-
for
starring
all the
Rip
night
Torn.
scenes in Streets of Fire.
Rip Torn in Torn Curtain.
I'm really sorry
Oh,
we have to go over that
no.
old bridge. I worry every time
Oh,
we
I
cross.
hope.
It's never
I
been
love
very
Animal
sturdy,
Kingdom.
and now it looks like it's falling apart.
You're tearing
If you
bridge
remember,
apart, Lisa.
We watched Conan O'Brien go over this bridge.
Did we? I didn't remember that. I like the drive up the hill, like so you get to see it from the.
It's a very good framing for it, yeah. Ooh!
Whoa! Sorry, that's me farting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Oh!
They're not gonna make it. They're
Sorry,
not gonna make
sorry.
it.
That's the rest of Epcot.
Whoa!
Oh, hey, that's awesome. I
Yep.
love the dead silence. Like no one is impressed by this.
Yeah. I feel like it needs
They're
some
trying
dramatic
to hold
music.
their breath in case they cause an avalanche.
Ah!
It looks way more intense from inside. The sound effects are going crazy.
And now the hardest part, a
This
slight
bridge isn't
incline.
overall.
Yeah.
It was built in 1974, and thanks
You
to
might
the
not
good work
believe
of our
this,
special effects people,
But this was a
it
fake
collapses
bridge.
right on cue, and then puts itself back together again for the next tram. We'll have a short rest stop here at Prop Plaza.
Oh wow.
That's a
Good
big
place
phone.
to
You're
stretch
putting
your
it
muscles
round and
and take a few
round.
pictures.
Whoa, that's a big Timbit.
Timbit.
We'll see some
Well, they
great
even did Honey, I
pictures from
Shrunk the
incredibly
Kids
shrinking
movie set
women and other
adventure
movies.
first.
The Oregon Trail
Oh,
experience.
no. If that tram's rocking, don't go knocking.
And now the food.
We resume our tour
Hey,
on
a
the
not
Glamour
dead
Tram
attraction.
Just in time to get
Oh my
caught
god!
in the rain.
Can we watch the clip from Power Rangers after this? Remember the one I sent you guys?
Yes.
There's an episode of Power Rangers where a bad guy traps them in a movie, and so they're jumping between genres, and they are literally standing in front of this flash flood thing. The whole episode was filmed at Universal Studios backline. It's incredible. Because the minute I saw this, I'm like, oh my god!
A flash
Aaron,
flood.
yeah, Aaron was
told
watching
never
this
rained
episode
in
with me.
But
Southern
even the falling
California.
tree is a part of the Animation Act. Our
That's the
flood
most
is
water
created
they've
when
seen in years.
10,000 gallons of water are released from huge tanks.
Yeah,
on
and
the
this is
hill above.
Aaron says, "Oh my god, it is
The
that
water
thing."
will be
Yeah, and
pumped back
and
up
this
to
is
the
how
tanks
old it
again
is.
in about 90 seconds.
From like
and ready whenever the next
1974,
flash flood may be
And it's
called
held
for.
up. Like it's worked consistently the entire time. That's
It
really
is
impressive.
also just water.
Yes, but at the same time, like that's you keep it working like that. That's cool.
Trams? We don't need no stinking trams. That was such a bad joke.
Oh, come on, Tyler. I thought you were going to go with the
The
theme of
livery
the
stable where
with the
Mae
theme of the
West
show.
rescued
Trams,
WC
where
Fields
we're
from the
going,
witch
we
mob
don't
in My
need
Little
trams.
Chickadee is still here.
That would have been great for the walking tour. Oh, quick, go back. We got to do that.
We'll wait till we get to the town square
These
area.
buildings are among the oldest standing sets on the lot. We call this
Is
area
that,
6 points because 6 separate streets meet here. Originally,
No,
each
that's
street
not Rock
represented
Ridge
a
from
complete
Blazing
western
Saddles,
town
is it?
with its own
I don't
No,
think
that
so.
was shot on the
and
Warner
some
Brothers lot.
In
Yeah.
the days of
Ah,
silent
that checks
movies,
out.
we could film 6 different western epics here, all at the same time. Tom Mix, Hoot Gibson, John Wayne, and Jimmy Stewart all made western movies on these streets. For Shenandoah in 1965, we had crowds of extras here.
Yeah, we've reached that point in the video where it's like, oh no, things are actually
We
interesting.
never actually made a survey, but we think this is probably the skinniest church in the world.
Oh boy.
Must be a Unitarian church.
Hey.
People in these theme park communities keep claiming shit without researching it.
Meanwhile, the previous shot, the storage tanks from Dinosaur.
There's a submarine.
Disney's like, oh, we have a thinner church.
It's the submarine from Random
This
Country.
is crazy.
Looks like a
Never
mix
heard of
between
a
Italy and
sub-torpedoing one of
Switzerland.
Universal's glamour trams. But look,
Why?
they've launched a torpedo right at us.
Oh, God, Disney!
It's a very slow-moving torpedo.
Disney with their harbor attack, very clearly just stealing this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they missed us.
Yep.
But take my word for it, our problems
What?
aren't over yet.
Oh,
We have
no!
The music disagrees with
Almost
you.
like you're by a lake representing a body of water.
But since this is
Oh my God, this is
And now we
the...
meet
Yeah.
our guest tour guide, Moses.
Oh my God, wait, she wasn't wearing that hat before. Was this tram driver hijacked by somebody from the Wild West?
Director Cecil B. DeMille.
Oh, cool,
got
are they
a lot
draining
more
the
fun
water?
than this when he parted
Yeah.
the sea.
This
Wow,
is
that's
the whole
cool.
part, the parting of the
This is how they parted
Red
the Red
Road.
Sea.
Don't say
In
Red Sea.
1903 and 1956.
No, like that was the whole thing. It's like this was how they accomplished the effect in I'm blanking on the name of it.
The Ten Commandments.
Yes, thank you. What it's called, the greatest
Coming
story
soon
ever.
to
I-
every
I
school
need
in
this music.
Louisiana.
I need this music to play on like a loop. Like,
I'm
this
pretty
should
sure
be
it
a
already
beer
is.
music.
Magic-a-doola,
And the water's
magic-a-boola,
closed behind
bibbidi
us,
bobbidi
just the
boo.
way it's supposed to.
Like, we're like, we'll be right back
Now
after
you
this
can say
break.
the Red Sea has after it without getting wet at all.
I'm gonna look
In
for
this
that
section
right
of the back
now.
lot, everything looks slightly foreign, and deliberately so. This is Little Europe.
As opposed to Big Europe, which is located in the entirety of Europe. Wow!
Simply
See,
changing
honey,
the
we
shop
didn't have to
signs,
go to
shops, and
Paris.
automobiles,
Paris
can
came
turn
to
this
us.
area into a small village in almost any European country. Both Frankenstein's monster and
Except
Dracula
Norway.
terrorized the townspeople here.
Hey.
All Quiet on the Western Front, the Academy Award-winning film of 1929, and dozens of other movies and TV programs have been shot in part
1930.
on these cobblestone streets.
All Quiet on the Western Front came out in 1930. How
Wow.
great can this video be? I had to fact check it.
That's incredible. How can you mess that up? Oh no, look out.
No. Well, I looked up Hello My Baby, and the first album cover is very racist, so never mind.
We're not stopping.
Al Jolson was not a good person. Whoa!
Whoa, it's gonna hit us! There's a person on there?
Was that a pretend man? Why did it just mute?
Ah.
Sound?
Andy
Where's the
Almond.
sound?
The name sounds so pleasant.
Why was she talking and then nothing happened?
Drive faster, I hear John Williams music.
Please, I want the music to start again.
Things will surely be a little more peaceful here in this quiet village on the coast of New
The
England.
next time it starts, I'm gonna A hotel, A? Oh, that's
But
a...
I'd feel
I really want to
guilty
hear
if I
somebody
didn't
do
tell
a
you that
jazz
this is
version of the
town
Jaws
Amity,
theme now. Like,
which
that's...
was terrorized
Gosh.
by that ferocious great white shark in Jaws, one of the industry's
Dun, dun,
all-time
dun,
top
dun, dun, dun,
moneymakers.
dun, 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 dun.
We've been trying to catch the shark, but I'm afraid he's still here.
Oh my
Somewhere.
god.
Lurking.
Quick,
waiting
someone
for
call
you.
Richard Dreyfuss!
Hey, look
No!
He's gonna need a bigger boat.
Is Richard Dreyfuss the guy who said a bunch of inappropriate stuff at the
Hey!
screening of Jaws recently?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh god!
Oh, God!
Oh no! Leaking jello spilled
Looks
out.
like we may be next.
It's a torpedo coming straight at the boat.
We're in a tram and we're on land. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe that shark is gonna eat the whole tram.
It's secretly a land shark. Hi, Mom. Candygram for tour bus.
Kind of the opposite.
Hey, just like the movie, I'm barely working.
What? Did it free? Oh. I wonder if the set for The Good Place was there back in the 70s.
That's actually a really good question.
I believe some of it
This
was. I think they
once
used
the
Little
famous
Euro.
home of the Munsters, a popular TV series of a few
Oh my
seasons
god.
back.
Rest in peace,
Residential Street. They stole Residential Street.
Until you discover that they're just shells, or even just facades, that are used for exterior filming only. This is a nice neighborhood.
I swear she wasn't wearing that hat
One time or
before.
another,
I
for
thought she
movies or
was.
TV,
I think she
Doris
was.
Day,
I
Eva
remember her.
Cleaver, Dr. Marcus Welby, The Hardy Boys, and years ago, Deanna.
I've never heard of any of these shows. I'm a millennial!
Probably our most famous resident was the star of Bedtime for Bonzo, Ronald Reagan.
The actor?
Open Disneyland.
Is that a show about a monkey?
It is a
was a
movie
movie.
about a monkey.
Ah, well, those are 1 in a million.
Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Nearby, looming ominously
Oh,
against
yeah.
the
Oh,
sky,
no.
is the dark
Freddie
think I'll
Highmore is
ever
gonna
remember
come
this
out.
in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Now,
Oh
now
no,
we're
they're
at the
gonna make
holiday.
3 sequels and a terrible remake.
In a very special way. The same
Vince
house
Vaughn
was
deserved
used
an
again in
Oscar.
the recent sequel, Psycho 2.
I've never even seen it.
Da-da-da.
Has that house
Oh, no, we
really
already
stood
did
there
that.
this
I
whole
bet you
time?
didn't realize it, but we've been climbing.
I mean, sometimes
it
it sits down, but
The elevation
yeah, I think it's
here
been
is
there.
over 10,000
Oh my
feet,
god.
by far the highest point on the line.
Oh, that's the cabin.
In the
The only
woods?
way we can get safely through the glacier on the other side
I mean,
of
it's
the
right by a
mountain
lake.
here
I
is via
remember the
ice
first
tunnel.
time I was
What
on the
is
tour.
this?
I was so excited.
Whoa, cool! They're going to Club
Because
Cool!
So we'll have to be careful.
That's Hayden's cabin from Coach.
Oh, okay.
Are they gonna run into a Yeti? I
Is
swear.
Harold in there?
I don't want to spoil it for you, but I believe it's an avalanche. The avalanche tunnel.
Ah, from
Now
the movie
this,
Avalanche.
I believe, might have been this
From
might
the
have been-
film Avalanche? How is that?
I don't
Oh,
remember
that's
what-
one of those tunnels that's going to start
This,
spinning.
I don't remember if this is King Kong or if this is Fast and the Furious.
This looks like it's probably Fast and the Furious. It's also relatively near the end, so... Whoa!
Yeah, there we go. Whoa! Oh, that guy's going to throw up
boy,
with his
yeah.
face. I like the way they make it. Oh, no.
Yeah, they did a very good job of getting the camera to...
Yeah.
For that shot.
See, that's one of
They
those things where
looped
if you
it.
showed me as a kid, I would shit myself. I'd be like, I want to turn upside down!
There's the end of the tunnel.
Oh, you can tell by the
Looks
light.
like we're going to make it after all.
Sorry, was that the
You're
avalanche?
gonna make it after all.
What was that?
And the tour guide throws the hat in the air.
Carol Burnett, right?
We began offering tours as long
Mary
ago
Tyler
as
Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore.
1919.
Sorry.
These scenes were shot in the 20s when, apparently, not everyone found a seat on the trams.
Whee!
Oh, that guy there.
Behold, the first theme park bloggers.
Universal Studios then had bleachers set up so tourists could watch movies being made.
Yep. Because they didn't have
The
sound.
sound changed all that, and
Yeah.
the tours were discontinued. Universal revived them in the early 60s.
Is that Alan Cumming?
I hope he's not. No, that would
Oh my god, Alan Cumming and Martin Short!
The studio was big and busy.
That's a
even
Alan's
Cinemagique
doing what in
show.
whose
producing
shorts?
comedies and dramas and westerns.
Have we not watched
filled and
Cinemagique
delighted
yet?
Audiences all over the
I,
world.
No,
I
we
don't think... Did we?
No, that's for a future Paris episode.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
thanks for the
thanks for
follow.
the follow.
Today,
Hope
but
you don't
lots of
spam
people are
us.
Still doing that exact same thing.
Do you want to get followers? Click this link. If you say that, you're being banned immediately.
Yup.
Don't make us regret this, Patton Cabin.
Not far
Way to
from
make
where
'em
we
feel
get off the
welcome.
tram is the newly
If
enlarged
you're human, you are
Tram
very
Tour.
welcome. Thank you very much.
This theater draws capacity
We've-
crowds in
we've
the
had some
evening
weird
when
experiences.
superstars
Whoa, it's the
Sorry.
wonders of life.
It really is.
Concert.
It looks more like the
Oh, no,
Jurassic
that's
Park
the old,
Welcome Center.
I think that's the old the Gibson
Up
Amphitheater.
Here, near where our tram tour began,
That died for
is
Harry
Universal
Potter.
Studios' famous entertainment
Ah.
center. Here you'll find a great variety of exciting shops,
That's still
restaurants,
there.
and live shows.
The Brooklyn facades.
Oh, what's outside it now?
There's a motion picture and television museum exhibiting
I'm
unusual
not
props
sure.
and
It's been a few
memorabilia
years
from
since I've been
historic
there,
films
but
of
I
Hollywood's
believe.
past.
I'm
These
trying to
are rare
remember. It's
items you'll
at the
see
front of the
nowhere
park.
Is it like Minion Park or something?
Minions
No,
are like back and to the
no.
left.
In
Yeah.
the case
I want
of
to say
this
it's
little
closer
guy,
to Secret
that's
Life
just
of
as
Pets.
well.
Ah!
Yeah, that seems...
Ah, Trilogy of
Priceless
Terror.
old movie cameras is unique.
I was gonna say,
Oh my god, it's a
Museum of
theme
the
park
Moving
that
Images
actually
way
feels like a
down.
bar.
Yeah.
In our screen
Ooh.
test comedy theater,
Whoa!
Hell yeah!
Oh no, the song's back!
Improv.
scenes ever concocted. We cast
And we've gone
about 25
from
people right out
film
of the
stock to
audience play
VHS. Oh my god, why does that look like Mark
The show
Hamill?
begins with a bang.
I hope the credits have a clean version of the song.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
I mean, we
Look
could
at
just
the
use this.
visors.
Then Indiana Jones
Crooks
busts
escape,
in.
and our camera crew films them riding mechanical
Oh my god,
horses
pretend
while
horses.
painted scenery unrolls behind them.
Whoa, fall in!
Plot
Yay!
becomes complex. It defies
What?
summarizing.
Do they get audience members to
The
do
bad
that?
guys are cornered and jump into
Maybe.
a river, taking with them the carpet bag that contains their
God,
loot.
there's no way they can get audience to do that. Unless they fully switch out of their clothes.
I mean, yeah, they probably gave him a change of clothes.
Oh my god, that person just had water thrown on them.
Oh man, can you just imagine your entire job being I throw water on people at Universal
And
Studios?
Yep.
Sea rowboats and acrobatic
I need that
airplanes,
t-shirt
You're
now.
sure to see some first-class.
I throw water on people.
I get people wet at Universal
Oh.
I had water thrown on me and all I got was this t-shirt.
Whoa!
A hilarious
Whoa.
caper is shown to the audience on TV monitors in the theater.
Wow.
The show ends with a
Superstar
quick
TV
fight
looks
out
like
of
crap
classic
compared to
performance.
this.
Yeah.
Get your pies for the great pie fight.
That's supposed to be laughter because it sounds like
It's just rambunctiousness, yeah.
ah! It's like people
Park Joe broke out into a brawl
Our
today.
Animal Actors stage presents the remarkable talents of a large cast of birds, chimps, and dogs.
Oh, that's
I don't think
very
they do
good.
this anymore in Florida, but they still do it in I don't think they do this in California anymore, but they still do it in Florida.
And that applies especially
Right,
to
yeah,
the people
the
who
animal
work
actors
with
live
animals.
on location, I
completely
want to
missed
say.
this.
Their
when we
talents
went.
aren't
Yeah,
required
we didn't do
just
any
for gentle
shows.
animals like cats and dogs. Often a movie story will require trained lions
Oh, wow.
or bears or even snakes.
Yes, I am a pretty
All of
bird.
us
I
who
am a
love
pretty bird.
animals respond to the obvious affection that exists between these
Pretty Bird
actors
Answering
and the
Service, this is
dedicated
Pretty
men who
Bird. How may I
work
help
with
you?
them.
We're all in the heat.
Our stunt show is presented by real movie stuntmen who demonstrate how fistfights are choreographed
Sure.
on stage.
I'll believe that.
Definitely not people who live in. Actually, I was.
It was
No, this is
this or another
California.
episode of The Ball Guy.
We see
Yeah.
a rawhide whip used by an expert,
Ooh.
just as it might be done in a western.
Wait,
Da,
did you
da,
tell
da,
you that
da.
Indiana Jones isn't even the first stunt show with a whip?
Oh my God. What?
What?
I'll
Although these superb action scenes have
send you that clip later.
I can't believe that. Oh my God! They had a
from
stunt
horror
show where
movies to
someone fell and
romances to
take
space
pictures.
adventures.
That's incredible. Was it just like layered flats to look like he was
Probably.
sticking into something, or was it actually like the deed or whatever? Anyone know?
Well, these boys got themselves in a heap of trouble.
Universal Studios
Here we
is
go.
proud to present a spectacular sword
The Adventures
and
of Conan
show
and the exciting
inspired by
world
blockbuster
of
film Conan the
podcasting.
Barbarian, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwartz.
Why is it so dark? I can't see anything here.
Da, 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 da.
Is Conan also just like a drink before he takes the sword in the movies?
We have wizards and warriors,
I've literally never seen
stalwart
this thing before.
heroes and brave heroines, all mounted in one of the most astonishing stage presentations ever.
I don't believe that.
We combine gymnastics and swordplay.
You're
with
One
Okay.
day,
and
Conan,
lasers,
this shall
and-
be home to the
Well, just wait
Rugrats.
till you see our dragon.
What?
There's a dragon?
Whoa!
dragon.
Whoa! Hey! Wow, the Great Movie Ride stole this.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm seeing is that Disney stole a whole lot of shit.
Sure did.
Oh,
Da, 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 da.
already pretty buff.
But he got more buff.
Oh no, I forgot my shirt.
Hey, this is better quality than the version we saw.
Oh, yeah, this is Pro Shop.
Yeah, because this is professionally shot.
Also, this music.
That was the
Oh my
same
God,
scene
this
twice.
couldn't look any more boring.
Tackle.
Even
Awesome
chat's
fire.
like, this is so unbelievably slow. Well, they weren't. This is supposed to hold the attention of like a child.
Hey, there's the dragon.
Whoa! Now you'll feel the power of my imagination! Oh no!
Wait a second. I thought we were doing something about imagination.
Is the sword gonna shoot sparks? Nope.
Whoa!
Then the Cylons burst in and say, "Hey,
That-
don't take our laser stuff."
Lasers are our bit. What are you doing?
Whoa! What? Why'd you throw the
Oh, I surrender. Let me insert this key into the Stop
Conan
Dragon
and Red Sonja
slot.
have triumphed over evil,
Only I was
as everyone
horribly
hoped they
exposed
would.
with my giant neck.
Here and elsewhere at Universal Studios, we've had a glimpse behind the scenes of Hollywood. The fun and excitement we've had here are all part of the best entertainment on Earth. The magic of the movies.
Arguably, that's still true.
No.
The best.
Oh, sorry, they mean movies.
Improv comedy.
I want to be Conan when I grow up.
So did Conan.
Yeah. Now I shall do the string dance.
Oh my god!
But wait, there's more.
I think this is the credits.
Oh, it definitely is.
Oh, we don't get to hear the song again?
No. We get it, you vape.
Oh.
By the power of Jewel, I have the power.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
I mean, we can always play our own version.
I think there's enough clean audio of that song.
I think we have a version of this song. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, I did it!
There we go.
Glamour Tram is a copyright of Universal.
Yeah, that's what they called the trams.
Mm-hmm.
1984. Oh, I thought it was 74.
Oh man, no.
Oh,
Thank you, Calvin.
thank you, Calvin. Everyone go.
By the
go
way, you
look
should
at
just
Calvin.
check out their channel in general because they have like a lot of great vintage stuff.
They really
a lot
do.
of old commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Big
you
shout
wanna
out to
watch it
anybody who
without
provides
us-
the stuff for this.
Talking over it constantly. Whoa! It's a Battlestar Galactica. That was
Wow.
interesting. I mean,
I want to go to
genuinely a lot
Universal
of fun.
Studios Hollywood in 1984.
Yeah, right?
Don't
Yeah,
you want
I
to go to
actually-
Disney's MGM Studios in 1984?
You'd be sitting on a plot of land.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, 89. My
Yeah.
bad. I thought it was
94
something.
maybe. But... No, I've actually recently been to Hollywood and did the Tram Tour for, I think, the first time. At least the first time that I can remember. That one was so much better. Like, the old one was, like, all of the Fast and the Furious and the Kong stuff, it's like, it's just screens. It's screens and tubes. It's so much better when you've got like actual like sets and actors and stuff going on. It really, that and the stop in the middle, like that's just such a unique idea. At least
Yeah, give us a
nowadays.
tunnel of snow that spins around.
I mean, that's
We don't need much to be entertained. That will be so much more impressive than Vin Diesel coming at you in 3D.
with him being the same size as an entire helicopter.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
Kaiju Vin Diesel.
there's still probably people who come out of that. There's still probably people who come out of that version, like the Kong and the Fast and the Furious, and they go, "Well, that sucked." Like, it's so much harder to impress people nowadays.
Yeah.
The whole point of those VHSs are you don't have your own video camera, and you're not going to be able to remember these things. This was like the pinnacle of like special effects and stuff at the time. That's why these videotapes existed.
Yeah.
But now we could watch VR on our phone as long as we have a little piece of cardboard we slide it into. Like, who's going to be impressed by? Oh no, that bridge might break.
No, I argue that that's more impressive than, the 3D stuff. Like, actual
I
physical
agree.
effects.
Yeah, 100%.
I was really impressed by this, honestly.
Also, you can show people how this happens. Like, what are you going to show behind the scenes of King Kong or Fast and the Furious? Nothing. It's there for pure entertainment.
I really wish
But
they
this
had
stuff,
that.
you can say, hey, this is how we did it. We have the bridge is on a hydraulic level. It runs, it goes down, which leads to that lip that you can go back up. The outside, it seems like it's collapsing, but it's a facade. It really holds no structural support. That to me is more interesting.
For sure.
Like if I'm going,
what would it be now?
I want to see a movie studio.
Right, if it was now, it would be like, we're gonna go on the set of King Kong. Green. Here's a computer. This computer was used to make the King Kong. That's about it. Like, there's nothing to show because that's all movies are now. Like, have you seen how they film like the Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian? It's just like a wraparound video screen.
Yeah.
That's just the same shit. Like, all these movies, like, they're not even like made on sets anymore. There's no.
It's the Bourne Stuntacular, like, just on film. Which is cool, to be fair. Like, that is impressive tech, but it's also very samey. There's something really special about doing things impractical.
Correct. What's next?
Oh, wait. I think I hear something funny coming from Tubbs.
That's
that?
That's a weird noise.
Okay. Is that a laser?
Tubbs.
Ah!
A Cylon!
Foolish humans, you have blundered into a Cylon battle zone. Or is that a Cyberman battle zone? Maybe the Borg? You nerds have too many words for evil robots. Anyway, R2-D2 commands you to turn this show into another park anniversary special.
Okay, well, away we'll go then.
Don't argue with the evil robot.
Here we go.
I love Farscape. Oh, that's where Tom went.
Hey, Tom's back from work.
No, not again. No.
Can't be serious.
20th century.
Did you
I did not do that on
video?
purpose. There we go.
Holy shit!
That was a good bit, though. I like that.
I thought that. What? Color corrected text master. This is how I needed to start videos for WWE.
Yeah, so this is basically the uncut version. There was also a 45-minute version that aired on the USA Network.
Oh, okay.
How long is this?
This has
one?
got
On the
more
edge
stuff.
of the new
It's an hour.
century, a
This
new
is a full
kind
hour.
of total entertainment experience is born.
Don't show
Welcome
Dudley
to
Do Right's
Total
rips
Immersion.
off falls when you say
A behind
new
the scenes
form of
look at the world's
entertainment.
most technologically
That's
advanced
fair.
21st century.
Are you
theme
not
park.
saying that Canadian
Universal
puns
Studios,
are
Islands of
entertaining?
Adventure.
That is the worst ride I've ever been on.
redefine the entertainment experience.
Oh, I
and
like
set
it.
at a new
I don't
level
remember
that
these
carries
at all.
well into the 21st century.
Total immersion. Front row of the guest experience as we explore
Back
each
when
of
they
the
had
five
dual
islands of
do it.
adventure.
Distractions.
Superhero Island, the Lost
Those dueling dragons.
Toon Lagoon, Seuss Land,
Marshall.
and Jurassic
Oh my
Park.
god! Good nightmare.
Plus, we'll give you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the super advanced technology and the designers who created the adventure.
The Incredible Hulk. The coaster's so good, when it came time to replace it, they replaced it with itself.
Also, I think this should be noted, Islands of Adventure, I think, was the first time Universal built a theme park for the sole purpose of being a theme park.
Was Studios Florida also a studio?
I mean, it had theme park in mind, but it was still being used as a production facility.
Right, yeah, the whole Nickelodeon area, for sure. Yeah.
They don't use islands for haunts, do they?
I don't think so.
Not anymore. They did for like a couple years, but I think it was 2002 and 2003 that they did it at Islands. Then 2004, I think they split it half between Islands and half between studios.
Mhm.
And then after that, they moved it back to
With the Amazing
studios.
Adventures of Spider-Man, we really wanted to create a whole new
I
kind
swear
of
we've
immersive
watched this
experience to
before.
really push
I
the
have no
envelope
recollection
of
of this.
what had been
Oh no,
done.
we
I
watched
don't
the Motion Simulator documentary where they talk about this ride,
That's fair, and there's this ride.
which
is
we're
really
probably about to
important.
see all the same stock footage. Oh god, the
He
old-
said the thing!
fan.
Hey!
We literally get dropped into the pages of a comic book and live out an adventure with Spider-Man.
And got told to
We
leave.
start off at the Daily Bugle
Yeah, the
building.
cue for this, though,
Before
is
you
so
know it,
good.
The city of comic book New York gets ravaged by the Sinister Syndicate and their new invention, the levitation
Source
ring.
footage!
Sinister Syndicate?
Yeah.
They became
grouping
more than
of
6 people.
Spider-Man villains.
We get sent out to cover the story for the Daily Bugle newspaper, and we get caught up right smack dab.
But
in the
it's our
middle of
first
it,
day.
beating up
We're
on
not
all
even
the
supposed to
nasty villains of the
be
Sinister
here.
Syndicate, and we end up right in the middle
Calm
of the
down there,
battle.
clerks.
Trick or treat, smell my feet. Time to blow you off the street.
I'll smell his feet.
Whoa!
Calm down, Tyler. This is honestly one of the best rides I've ever been on.
It's pretty great.
The illusion
Yep.
of reality. We're doing that with mixing a lot of film elements with some practical real elements.
Like, when you turn the corner and there's like a brick wall, that brick wall looks like a real brick wall. Like, they did so good at the immersion.
Into one immersive environment.
The other thing that just occurred to me is they were doing parallaxing in the video. Like, when we had the source video there, you could see the foreground and the background moving at different rates because of the vehicle.
Yeah, they talk about that.
Oh, okay, good.
They call it squinching.
T2 3D, which does a very good job
We call it
pushing the
Epcot.
envelope for 3D film.
Spider-Man, it was...
Tony Stank in chat when my kids were
Ben
riding the ride, it was like
Lovelace.
6 times in a row. It's like, I'll ride it 6 times in a row now. That's great.
Woo! Keep your shoes away from Ben Lovelace.
A lot of people all along the way, including people in our
terrible
own,
joke.
you know, in our
Oh, you
own
can see it
Lovelace.
squinching in the
who didn't
background.
believe this was possible.
Yep.
Why was it not possible? Well, it hadn't been done before. It had never been done before. So, you know, if it hadn't
I
been
think it
done
had never been
Honestly,
done
just
before.
looking at how
we
they
didn't
set
accept
this
that as an
interview
answer.
up,
Instead,
they
we
could
think it can be
honestly
done, we think we know how to do
use
it.
this for after hours
Let's try.
event space.
Oh, yeah, it'd be so cool.
One of the problems that we had to fix was how do we move a ride vehicle across a screen that's projecting 3D and have it look natural? The whole idea of 3D has always been very restrictive. You're always told, oh, you got to sit in the middle seat, you know, halfway back,
Yeah,
because
don't move your
that's the only
head.
spot where the 3D really works, and that's true. There is a sweet spot. So what we had to do was we had to find a way.
We're all
to
so
make
intrigued
3D
listening
work
to this right now.
I mean, this is
from
cool
a
stuff.
moving point of view.
Yeah.
To solve the problem
Yeah.
of the distortion that you see as you move past the screen, we developed a process that we call squinching. And squinching basically is predicting what that distortion is going to be and counteracting it with additional distortion in the opposite
the
direction.
only
so
problem is
well.
sometimes the screen ends before the ride turns away.
Yeah.
At least it did on
So if you look
Dark
at one of these
Castle.
images, just stand
Oh,
there
and
watching
Dark
it.
Castle had that problem
It's
a
going
lot,
to look
yeah.
all tweaked, and it's going to move, and it's going to stretch, and it's going to squash, and do a whole bunch of things that look really weird.
How do they do
When you
that?
watch it from the car, it's moving
Like
right
in the
path,
3D
at the right
space.
timing.
I guess it's just
That thing
changing the
just looks like
camera.
a window onto a
Yeah,
virtual
because it's all
world.
3D animated. You just move the camera around the scene to match the car.
But you'd have to change like the depth of fields as well.
We're dropping
Yeah.
you in the middle of a comic book. And we're going to drop you in the middle of that comic book. We need you to feel that. We need you to get bounced around. We need you
I'm not over here like it's trivial, but I'm like, yeah, that's
We need to
it's
throw
very
ice-
achievable for the 90s.
This vehicle
We need to throw pies at you, and you need to get wet. We're gonna drop you in a lake. God, I didn't realize how big
gonna
the
have a-
base of that thing is.
The motion control system on Spider-Man is based on...
I didn't realize it was
Yep,
on 2
we
rails.
love big bottom rides.
...in the world, in this business.
We are
Big bottom rides, they make the Spider-Man go round.
Very
The
good.
goodness of the 6-stop motion base. This is the part that makes this whole vehicle do this. So we can simulate, you know, flying, falling, bumping, hitting.
When you ride in the car, it goes bubble
Satellite
bubble
in the
bubble.
back?
At the same time, we have a system that spins the entire structure.
Is that a
around.
real
You can just
satellite,
spin it around,
though?
around and around all day long if you wanted to.
Or is that part of the?
Very impressive to watch this thing go.
No,
especially
because it would be in
close
the
up.
vehicle
It really
itself.
moves.
I love the guy in the front row hamming it up for the camera, and the rest of them are like, yeah, I know what it does.
To complete the illusion,
We designed the
of what we're
thing. We
trying
know
to do
what's
here,
coming.
We mix practical effects with film-based effects, but mix them up so you don't know the difference.
One of the most effective scenes in the ride isn't really a 3D effect.
Yep, correct.
Yeah,
The story we get shot with
Amazing,
location guy.
amazing effects.
this is very well done.
Wait for me! You're not insured for this!
Nah, it's okay. We got insured by the burning building, guys.
Like a good neighbor, Spider-Man's there.
Hey, Iron Man. And that little Iron Man Easter egg is the reason why we can't have Avengers Campus.
Wow, really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's part of the deal. Any character or character families that appear in Superhero Island are prohibited from being used at Disney World.
I just didn't realize that was an Iron Man cameo, and I didn't know that would be enough to cause a problem. Holy cow.
Wait, what? Really, I think it would be the Avengers that the Avengers would have been knocked out by virtue of the Hulk coaster.
Sure, okay.
Because Hulk's part of the Avengers. But yeah,
that would still kill you, but okay.
Ask Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You need to slow our descent first.
I'm very bothered that isn't an on-ride photo.
Yeah!
Like, I thought that was the whole point of that scene. It's like, yeah, Peter Parker with a camera, but also, that's the on-ride photo.
And everyone buys it because they don't want Peter Parker to be broke.
Yeah. But, like, what a cool on-ride photo, because, like, you get it as, like, a newspaper print, rather than, like, a normal photo.
Coasters have sounds. There's a sound to a coaster. They have trademark sounds. We know the clickety clack goes up the hill. We know the grinding and the creaking and the groaning.
I can't hear you over the roller coaster.
Well, we specifically wanted to get a Hulk sound. We went and we found some specific wheel materials that as these wheels roll across the steel of the track, they create this, it's a roar. It's a roaring sound.
That's fair.
As featured in House on Hill. Starring Jeffrey Rush from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean.
And then down the hill. But this
Ooh, that sound effect out of context.
Are they saying they faked the hill sound?
Chamber of the Incredible Hulk coaster right now.
Well, I faked it, but tuned it.
This is the area where after we board the Hulk roller coaster train, we enter this tunnel at a slow speed. As we get halfway up this tunnel, things start to go wrong.
Of course.
As they always do at a theme park ride.
Things go really wrong, and we get accelerated.
Except for Soarin', where nothing goes wrong.
And into our first big, exciting roller coaster maneuver.
It's a one-of-a-kind attraction that
Oh,
has never been done before. This is the only coaster in the world that accelerates at 1G, and at the top of the hill you're going 40 miles an hour. We wanted something that felt really cool. It felt like you were being launched out of a cannon. But we also needed to not go too high.
Wow, Disney really stole everything from Universal.
So what we did was, we went to this company that builds oil derricks.
What if we have a ride where you're shot out of a cannon? Space Mountain, quick, find an excuse.
A couple of boxcars, them together.
Technically, Paris' Space Mountain opened before this.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
And hung some weights off of a pulley at the other end, and we dropped the weight. Dune buggy shot up inside of these.
Oh my god.
We threw a dune buggy into a shipping
What?
Our upper management.
We were strapped into this dune buggy like we were going on a rocket ride. We had these.
This is how they tested that?
Oh my god!
Has it never existed before?
Yes!
Out or something, you know, we'd have some video record we could pass on to our heirs. As you get in there, and
we were fully prepared to document our death.
Big launch thing. They painted a target on the wall.
There was a big fight at the end of the boxcar. There was someone's sick idea of a joke.
You look over to the person sitting.
Why didn't you just open up the
You kind of make this eye
boxcar?
contact, and you kind of there's this moment of like, what the hell do we do for a living? I mean, is this a job? You're gone before you even have a chance to even think about it. We tried 1G, we tried 2Gs, 3Gs, 4Gs, 5Gs.
It was the 1G we locked into as being the real thrill.
Yeah, I bet.
What?
They were trying to see how fast they could go with up that hill and have it be fun without being painful.
Is it like golf where one is highest than everything else?
No, G. So G is like 1G is what pulls you down towards the ground at all times. So if you experience 1G of force upward, it's essentially like net 0G.
We looked at
So how much force you're feeling up that hill.
5 is good?
5G is going to be pulling you forwards 5 times faster than gravity does.
The different systems that are out
Yeah, so pick that one.
No, but if it pulls you forward too fast, it's actually painful and not fun anymore. So there's like a mix between like how fast is too fast.
What we settled on was
we put a dune buggy on a cement mixer.
Now the way we do
I want to ride that now.
5G is what phone towers use to make you gay. That's fair.
And grab a specially designed rail on the bottom of the train.
Must buy T-Mobile.
You can see the
Happy Pride,
fin, the structure that the launch system grabs onto. It's like 230 hands pulling the thing up and then pushing the coaster up and out through this tunnel.
We actually have 230 people down there pushing the car every day.
Then the challenge became, okay, well, we know we want these.
How did we design this? Okay, so we made a really big rubber band.
They'll be able to sustain the incredible high shock loading of launching a multi-1,000-pound ride vehicle instantaneously up a hill. We took standard issue snow tires.
Can we go somewhere a little quieter to record you?
747 landing tires, all those kinds of different things, and tried them out.
We did a lot of testing on tires. We had special machines that would simulate the weight of the train.
Oh my god, this is the most in-depth documentary.
This is actually really impressive.
This is great.
We settled on aircraft.
No complaints.
Mechanism,
no notes.
Because you can get so much power in a small space.
These that makes sense. Are able to take the kinds of abuse
and mind
that
you,
we're
this is just the first land we're looking at.
Yeah.
Sudden, bam, going
With
really
2 rides in, this is
These things are
great.
able to hold traction, and they really shoot that train right through this tunnel. It takes 8 megawatts of power to launch that Hulk train, and we do it.
What does the ride have to do with Hulk?
Suddenly they go through 1.21 gigawatts a day.
Be too happy if we decide to brown out the entire city and turn off televisions all over the city every time we launch the coaster. So we decided that we needed to find a way to generate enough power on site to be able to accommodate that launch.
A bolt of lightning
that takes power from the city of Orlando at a fixed rate, turns it into mechanical energy
flywheels.
In the form of a 10,000-pound flywheel.
Yeah.
That flywheel spins at an incredibly high RPM. That mechanical energy is coupled to this electrical generator. So that when it comes time to launch, we can let it all go really quickly to power the launch.
You use the flywheel essentially as a battery to convert that back into electrical in order to launch. Yeah, that tracks.
Up into the hill. We're actually able
and
to
that
do
way you're not overtaxing the power grid.
Yeah, that's really slick.
So when you're at the top of this hill, you're upside down and weightless.
So they use normal power to make this wheel spin, and then when they need to, they use the energy of the wheel spinning to power the ride launching.
Yeah, the momentum of the wheel is a battery. It stores the kinetic energy.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Fun with physics.
Yeah.
Mythos.
Like fake or something.
Oh
Started
yeah.
thinking about the lost continent and started thinking about.
We found
it. We're gonna get to see. We're gonna see the old footage of the ride before they update it to live actors.
Lord Darkanon.
Why is your shirt on?
Stories that are grand and glorious with characters that are huge.
Speaking
He's
of
got
characters,
huge tracks of land.
Poseidon's Fury is the classic story of good and evil. Poseidon,
Space whales?
Lord of the Seas,
Oh.
the evil brother.
It's the classic tale of good and evil. Universal Creative versus Ospreys.
And Zeus ultimately triumphs in the end.
Goodbye.
Oh, a crazy old man instead as well.
In Poseidon's Fury, we use a live actor to develop a relationship.
You know I has to say
hello. I like Taylor better.
Because if it were a Disney attraction, it would be hello.
I believe the secrets of these stones would unlock a gateway to the very kingdom of
itself.
Atlantis.
And there we'll meet Aquaman.
Oh gosh, I could see them doing this, like an overlay of this being Aquaman.
Called the Oracle Chamber. In front of us,
I don't get why they closed the ride. They spent months renovating it, and then they closed it so quickly after.
Yeah. They have nothing in there right now either.
That they've got something up their sleeves that they will announce.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Probably like 2 days before it opens, yeah.
Welcome.
Roller coaster?
Oh, what,
There's no roller coaster here.
We haven't had a YouTuber who has quote-unquote inside knowledge being like, oh my god, you guys, Project 2026 is going to be Islands of Adventure. As soon as they're done with the Epic Universe, they're going to send all those contracts over and they're going to start working.
In my opinion, they should open something in that space the literal same day that they open Epic Universe. Force the crowds to split. It'll make everything a better experience because you're going to have fewer people.
Move more quickly, creating little patterns as they go.
This is so fucking cool.
That door is
the wheels
just wild.
of the tumbler lock into position, and a great burst of steam is released from behind.
Also, like, it makes a face.
Stone begins to roll
and then, like, it has a specific image, but then it rotates to a different image. This is, like, genuinely the first time I saw this. This was so cool. In person, I mean.
Whoa.
It's gotta be so fun to play the old man here. I could, like, be completely fascinated by this every day.
To the sea.
I don't like. I couldn't even really enjoy it though because they kept rushing us through all the rooms too quickly.
Yeah. With 40 nozzles in it, and the water.
My favorite was when the door opens, and Taylor, who replaces the old man character, Taylor the Explorer, is like, "Okay, everybody. Oh, you're all just walking in there. You're just walking in there without me guiding you. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, I guess."
Where the pipes from each of the vortex pumps comes in.
All right, everybody drink when they say laminar flow.
Even better. I don't even care if they upcharge it. Just leave the attraction as is, but turn it into an escape room.
Ooh,
does come out of nozzles.
Like an escape walkthrough.
Yeah.
Between 90 and 100 miles an hour.
Let it be a single walkthrough experience.
It takes to get the water to go
and you just have a loop of Poseidon, like, you know,
falling away,
beating up. I don't know what's his name.
Zeus? Lord Darkanaut.
Lord Darkanaut? Is that actually the name?
I believe so.
Oh my god.
I've been walking through this tunnel for hours!
In the temple of the great Lord Poseidon under the sea.
You can't say that. It's not a Disney park.
The ocean has somehow just recently been removed from the temple, and we can see it held at bay beyond these great arches, which are streaming with bubbles.
All day the show is laminar flowing under the sea.
Poseidon,
No.
center of the kingdom of Atlantis.
Oh, also you walk in?
It rained and rained and rained. I tell you.
This is an early version where when you walk in, you're not in that room beforehand.
There's a very magical quality that the image takes on when being projected through the water.
As I recall, you walk into the room you exit in,
the media.
Then that room disappears, and then you see like the big grand reveal of the giant
screen, as opposed to a flat screen, as you might see in a theater, is because it really had an emotional impact on us when we saw it. We think it's going to have that same effect on the audience.
Ah, there he is!
Magical.
Dare not mention that name.
Is that Tim Curry?
Images with water, so that's completely in the idea of the theme of the.
Jean-Christophe Canzonades.
The images are water.
Why does he look like Pedro Pascal?
The way the screen works is actually very simple. We have a pump back of the house that supplies the water for all of these screens. The water fills the tube here, and underneath here you'll see a brass bar that has thousands of nozzles in it. The nozzle design is really what makes this screen. With the special design of the holes, we can get what looks
Beware
like
the wrath of the nozzles.
I have a specially designed hole as well.
Oh my lord.
Good night, everyone.
I think we need a new graphic that says, "That's our Tyler."
So that we can be part of his army. to go crush his brother Zeus.
On behalf
No!
of welcome to your new home.
Keeper says he can't let that happen, and Poseidon says, well, what are you going to do to stop me? The Keeper throws his arms up, and he's revealed to us as Zeus.
Oh!
What?
Poseidon's the bad guy in this version.
No creature is insignificant.
Yeah, it's his fury.
Silence!
You don't have a good guy have fury. Except Nick Fury.
And a Night Fury.
Yeah, but like in the later versions, Poseidon's the good guy, and he unleashes his fury on the villain. It still works.
Yeah.
Poseidon's nondescript fury.
Special effects in it.
We have a mixture of fire and water effects, and we're at the phase now where we're testing and adjusting the mixture of the two. Sometimes water wins out, and sometimes flame wins out. So we're adjusting the durations of the burns.
We're trying to get the flame to look just right. Trying to get the right appearance for the
More gas!
That's got to be a really fun thing to be doing. Just like, yeah, a
It's
little
just
bigger, a
testing
little bigger.
fire.
Yeah.
All right, another follow. I hope you're also not spam, like that last person who was spam.
That we have to protect the public as well as the actors.
You got another follow?
Oh, cool! I wish I could zoom in on that.
This is entertainment.
All right. All right.
The gods,
I've been angered by all the celebrating.
the different elements that they're connected with to battle against each
I like that the people in charge seem like genuinely interested, other than like Disney, who always have to pretend to look interested in what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's the thing I've seen with a lot of Universal promo stuff, is that they get people who are actually invested in the project
the
to
city
be
of
on it.
Atlantis is destroyed. Fissures open in the walls and floor of the temple.
Wow!
Like this doesn't feel scripted. Maybe it is, but it doesn't feel
The room
scripted.
that we're standing in fills with blinding fog.
Time grows short.
Blinding fog.
Are they gonna reveal how they do this?
Going up.
Oh my goodness! What a racket!
The fog begins to clear, and it's the Keeper emerging from the darkness.
Where are we?
But I thought he was Zeus.
Oh, that looks familiar.
We already saw that he was Zeus.
Somehow we're back in the room where we started.
Back on dry land.
At the very end of the show, when you're magically transported back to the room where you started, how does that work? What's the secret there?
It's magic.
Yeah.
Ah! They revealed literally everything else.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Off you
nice.
go then. Back to your lives. But remember,
I honestly like it better when you start in that room, when you walk into this space, and then you get the cool reveal that the room has disappeared.
Wait,
oh no,
Sinbad!
Sinbad!
We need
Hang on.
stand-up comedy.
I want the full thing of Sinbad's GoPro voice.
POV. I watched GoPro footage from Starlight Express, which is a musical that all on rollerblades, and it's insane what that POV looks like.
Oh yeah.
The graveyard of lost ships. Unfortunately, the graveyard is possessed by the.
There he is, Numpy the elf, and Gruntilda.
Whoa.
Or whatever we called her.
I have fire effects. I stole them from Conan.
Hey, maybe we could get these people to help us. Oh, please. These poor souls can't help themselves, let alone us.
They're tourists.
Wow, way to insult your audience.
Why are we here then?
Because I want to watch fun things happen.
Well, if we can't help ourselves, then we don't. Then I guess we won't hold you up. Bye.
Whoa, was that
person in
blackface?
chat has a lowercase hi. Are you about to be spam? They're muted.
don't be spam.
It's gonna be spam.
We love having not spam people here.
I'll have you all beheaded for this.
Say bye.
No.
Oh my god, a rehearsal.
We wanted, a really tough girl. We wanted a princess that was able
There it is.
to defend
Goodbye.
herself.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Sword fighting.
Behind every man is a woman with a big sword.
I don't think that's true.
chin-ups.
I've looked
and
behind me a lot, and I haven't seen
They
that.
didn't have physical skills. They needed to be able to.
I
time
would
ropes.
love
They
for a
needed
woman
be
to
able
be
swing
behind
through
me,
the air.
guarding
They
me
needed
with
to
a
be
big
able to
sword.
fall 12 feet onto their heads.
Fall 12 feet onto their heads?
Well, yeah, he's falling onto his head there, yeah.
Oh my god. That's
falling down, you're getting back up.
Whee! That must be horrifying work.
Either that or
It was a
really
good shape
fun.
until I came here. So
Hello! Hello, Reese Fleetwood! The most
Yeah, everyone likes my
action-starved-
brother Nick better.
That was good.
Going
Oh,
down
shit.
the ladder.
Oh, is that how she appears in the
Running down the stairs.
We want to do a lot of magic and appearance and disappearances, so we decided on the basement. We wanted to make it accessible, kind of like a habit trail. You can run all over the place and get to where you need to be.
There's tunnels.
We wanted to make it accessible. Lots of ladders.
Things down
I
there.
mean,
We're just running back and
for
forth.
a definition of
By the
accessible.
end of the day, I'm pretty wiped out. There's a whole nother show going on backstage with people that the audience never sees, which are just as important to the show as the actors.
You should have seen how long it took me to get this bra.
That's right, the popcorn vendors.
in their hands. We have total trust in these guys.
One of the things that we want to do when we have a full house.
That
is we
stage
want them
feels
to
so
honestly
big for
believe
how few
that
people there are
actors
in the show,
risking their
though.
lives, are in great
I mean, this is
peril or
probably
danger.
a dress
At the same
rehearsal.
time,
I don't
when we
think
go
this is a full
backstage now,
audience.
We want to make sure that it is absolutely.
No, I mean like the number of actors. Like I think there's only
Right.
like 6 or 7 actors in the show.
Sinbad is
So
supposed
it's
to
a
be
very low
standing
personnel
on
count
rocks that
show,
break away.
but the stage is
Oh, he doesn't tear his shirt off.
Installed that he stands on. That sends a signal to the control booth up above that tells him, "I'm in my
To rip
place,
off his
I'm
shirt.
secure,
Oh,
I need to do my stunt."
cool.
Yeah.
Really have to be.
So they have like a specific
the right spot,
activating
the right time. If
pad.
not, certain
Yeah.
elements will
Oh
not
my
go well.
god, look at that guy's chest.
If you
Jesus
see some behind the scenes for the opening of the Indiana
So it's
Jones
basically a
stunt show
free rock climb,
with all of
which
the
we kinda
spikes that
designed
poke
about a
up,
year
it's like every
ago.
single one of those
Basically, the
is,
guy will get
if
up
I'm
in
not
this
mistaken, actor
position.
controlled.
There's a hand switch mounted to like a hand grip, and
I did notice that he puts his foot
senses
really
that right
close,
there.
but
There's another hand.
but they're also
There's a
like
pipe in
you
here for
know
him to hold on to.
like soft rubber.
Oh yeah, no. I've seen him hit him before, and it's not that bad.
Whoa.
It's that bad, but
Not
also.
split and on the enables, the CO2 blast that goes between my legs.
Yeah, this
it's not
show
gonna go
requires a lot
I
of
could
upper
actually
body
burn my leg,
strength.
It's so cold.
Yes, you would.
Okay, this
Yeah.
here is the main panel
Oh,
view
man, I can't wait to see
the,
this.
show is run from. These here tell me what enables the actors on. So at any time I can see if an actor is not ready. So what'll happen during show is when the
This
ready
is
light
awesome.
turns green, I know the effect is ready. I trigger the effect by an enable button and then a go button. They will light up. These lights.
There's
will
just
also
one
have the
button
same
for
as these.
everything.
This way I can look at these and keep my eyes out on the set
Yeah.
without having to look down and miss the action.
And you know when it gets really boring, I put on the Bulls game.
Big sign out front.
On the opening scene, as the boat comes out with Kebab and Sinbad, there's a magical force that pulls
Kebab.
Kebab out.
Hello! Oh my god!
That's just the stunt coordinator, man.
Oh my god!
Whee!
Whoa! Whoa! I don't remember that at all.
There's basically a bunch.
The gods yeeted him!
Yeah.
And at the right moment,
I don't remember that in the show.
Yanks me
Whoop.
45 feet back and 30 feet up in the air, and it's just a free ride.
That looks
There's
so
no real
fun.
jerk
It
to
really does.
Since it's a bungee and it's really soft.
It's a matter of physics. You stretch the rubber. When the rubber's released, the rubber's going to constrict.
So basically a giant rubber band.
Yeah.
Redundant safety systems built into
Oh
it.
my god, that's such a cool thing as well.
The actor standing on enable button is saying, "Yes, I'm ready to go." There's a person
But are
in the
you
landing
ready to
position
go?
that has their hand on a button saying that yes, everything back here is clear and the landing position looks good. There's also another position up in the catwalk next to the bungees.
You know what's funny? Is that guy looks exactly like Tom's character from Tokyo Rift, Brent Ray.
It's a matter of time. The
I can't wait to tell him this when he comes home.
Release, let's go. Physics takes over.
I love the look at all the safety that goes into these effects. Like that's such a cool.
Ready for it to go. It's like a drop on a roller coaster.
Moving this way, we have what we're calling our change-out lift, and this basically is a hydraulically driven double elevator.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-doo.
The timing is
I'm
right.
getting.
Missouri and the princess go into the change-out lifts. We have to step on enable buttons, keep our feet on them. If they come off at any time, the whole thing is shut down.
Yeah.
Now let me change into something a little more comfortable.
Whoa.
What we'll do is we'll...
What? Going down.
Oh, I thought it was like an
We'll see you
instantaneous
more.
thing.
Disappears and this area appears.
To be me.
Another thing that this
good to be the king.
fire system, and right above us would be the ring of fire area. You know, the heat's pretty strong from the ring of fire because you're only, I believe it's 9
They wrote a
feet
song
away.
about that.
When I have the ring of fire
It
around
is
me,
it.
not
She
only
turns
is
into a
there
Johnny Cash impersonator.
there's a ring of fog, and there's a ring
Oh.
of cool air. So there's two walls protecting me from the fire.
We have what we call air knives, which is a super high pressure air going through small nozzles, and it actually creates a fine wall of air.
But you still feel the heat.
Yeah.
You're right. She is hot.
Wham,
At any
wham.
time, from my point of view, if I don't like where they are at, or if the wind's going to carry the fire out where they're at, I just don't fire it.
Come on, get out of there.
Meh.
That's my stuff! Let me have it! Let me have it!
You got it.
Yeah,
I love
that's-
the writing on the show.
Basic, barely stunned.
Feel the power of the Sultan's heart.
Hey, he took my staff. That's mine. I want my staff back. Give me my staff.
I believe you have my staff.
Wow, somewhere out there is like a whole GoPro shot footage of it.
Whoa!
Dive stunt
Yeah.
is pretty much the biggest thing, and I think probably the biggest crowd pleaser that we have in the show.
At the very end of the show.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sinbad
we
does
love
take a
seeing
shot.
people catch fire.
So I get lit on fire at the end. which
Oh,
is- she's on
they
fire
switch it for a
falling
stunt
into the
double?
Burning pit below.
Neat.
There are several precautions. Number one is the gear that I'm wearing. The suit
Well, it
is
makes sense. You
fully,
got a lot of different
no
gear to
max
be lit
Kevlar
on
suit,
fire,
which
yeah.
is fire retardant, and I am covered all the way
Oh
up
my
with
gosh,
full
I had no
headgear.
idea. I
Eyes
thought
are
that
exposed.
person actually
Cover
did
that,
it.
I have a fire gel, so it's the type of gel that you can put on and you smear it on there, and that allows for when the flashes of flame do get you, and they do, it won't actually burn you. It just hits the gel and kind of bounces off in a way.
Insulation,
The
yeah.
techs backstage double check to make sure that they have put on all their
This
stuff.
is great. This is
Yes,
the
it
best
is.
thing we've ever watched on the
Walking
show.
the entire time with a fire extinguisher.
It's informative.
They're
It's
also
funny.
responsible
This is
for
everything
designing
Epcot
the
isn't.
Fire diver because they're
Hey,
with all the
this
We're not
special doesn't
bored?
have a
It's their
catering
person
hall.
makes the last safety decision.
Oh, I guess they do just switch out in a doorway.
Yep.
I'm melting!
Whoa.
Wow!
We blew the whole theater up.
The satisfaction I get is
You are only
Don't
supposed
worry.
to blow the bloody doors
On your
off.
side, and
This
the
theater
last
suffered minimal
it's an
damage.
unbelievable cheer, especially at the end when they're all applauding. What a treat.
Sire, no! No, please, heed my warning! The Knights have gone.
Who the hell are you?
There remains a stream throughout the castle! This is not
think
the time to
Merlin?
go, my lord, please! Heed me!
Is there like
Hey, it's a
walk-around
walk-on
door?
right now. I'm not eating anybody.
Right?
You learned the story of two dragons, one of
Dumbledore
fire,
fell in hard
one of
times.
ice.
Oh my god, they had like a whole queue in this? I had no idea.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Today is a good day to die in chat there. Union rules. Equity can't
and the
do
two
stunts.
dragons settled in
Like, that makes a ton of
protect
sense.
their claim on the gold. So when you've made your way through the castle, the ruins of the castle, you choose
Whoa.
fire or ice.
Yeah.
And if you successfully ride the back of the dragon out of the castle, then you survive.
So basically, you only lose if you die.
Yes.
Kind of like any theme park.
Combination.
Yes. Oh, back when they actually dueled.
I mean, how hard was it to just have them duel?
No, the problem was people kept doing dumb shit like throwing things between cars. are getting hurt because of it, so they forcibly desync them to stop it.
And the close proximity passes are the attraction.
Yeah, they were, and you removed them.
On the lift
To
mechanism
be fair, it wasn't their
itself, there are
fault.
load
It was
cells that are
dumbasses.
way
Now we're getting-
through,
Yes.
It decides if one is heavier than
Now
the
we're
other
getting
and will go
Starfall
faster than
Racer.
the other, and holds them and times them so that they go off the loop.
We're getting the spiritual successor to doing Dragons
to
now.
meet properly on the loops.
Oh my god.
Once they go on the top of the lift, it's all God and gravity. We don't have any control over it.
Well,
yeah.
you had a lot of control when you built it, but yeah, sure.
Oh man, I wish I could go back to the opening now that I'm old enough to appreciate it.
Beyond other steel coasters was to make it quiet. We achieved that by including a plastic liner,
Putting
inside
it
the
on an
main
NDA.
tank, and then filling the space around the plastic liner between the steel beam with pea gravel. Pea gravel has the
Pea gravel does not
function
melt
of
steel
absorbing
beams.
the sound, the vibrations that go through it.
You don't really hear anything but people screaming. There is very little mechanical noise.
I
It's
think
really
they did the same thing with Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. Because that was like that's the tallest, fastest coaster the park has. And they wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be too noisy to the neighboring community.
Yeah.
But, by the way, if you're buying a house near a theme park, you should know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you really should.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
The whole idea behind
What were they
Tubi
doing
Goodness
that person's
is involved
back?
the entire family.
Signing an autograph.
Sunday Funnies is something that all the generations have grown up with the last 100 years. So we can be able to grab from the youngest child to the oldest adult in the family and get them involved in interacting with those cartoon characters.
Who the fuck's Papa? I didn't get to go on.
For a land called Toon Lagoon with a Popeye attraction, I don't think there's any restaurant there that serves something with spinach.
In this park experience.
Yeah! Wow.
Toon Lagoon.
What a
Two
miss.
major water rides.
Is there a Popeyes? Like Louisiana chicken?
Womp womp.
That's actually named after a character called Popeye Doyle from the French Connection.
Snidely's got
Oh.
now strapped to a log in the sawmill. and
I didn't even know it was
Dudley's
named
gonna
after
attempt to
that.
freer,
Like,
but
We
instead
really
sends us
wanted to
flying
rip
over the
off
edge of the sawmill
Splash
about
Mountain.
75 feet
Yeah.
down into the water below.
Dudley Do Right's Rip-Off Falls.
That was good.
I think the guests, when they take that final plunge,
water!
at the top of their lungs and hanging on for dear life.
He screamed at the top of lung.
It's fun watching from the side, and it is actually riding the ride. What we wanted to do was elaborate on the drop. A lot of rides drop, but we wanted to drop into a
Elaborate.
small TNT shack, come up again, and splash down into a waterfall.
I got so
wanted two
wet on
drops.
this.
Fall 75 feet down, and this shack explodes
Oh,
into
neat!
70 pieces and falls back.
I didn't
into
know it
itself.
did that. Oh, that's so
Yeah, because
cool.
you can't see it
I don't
over the
think it's
water.
Probably the most
I don't think it
difficult
does
show
it
effect that we
anymore.
had, just because it had
Oh,
the most
that's so cool.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Each one of these exterior
Larry
walls
Cooper,
are
no
arranged
relation
in
to
several
DB.
different pieces. This particular one has 1, 2, 3,
Larry the
4,
Cooper
5
guy.
different pieces that are hinged together on opposing corners.
There's pneumatics inside the shack that
Everybody
actually
talks about
move
pneumatics.
don't-
You never
the
get
wall
used
panels,
matics.
I
the
don't
roof
remember
panels up.
doing this effect when I was there.
Well, that's just the little
Most
one.
flume rides are all free-floating in water. This particular
Water.
one is a combination of a roller coaster and water flume. Whenever
Water
it does a dip
flume.
Oh,
curve or
cool.
fall,
Vehicle
it actually
test.
engages into rail, and it's literally a roller coaster. So here we have 3 sets
So we
of
put a
rail,
log inside of
load
2
rail,
box
side rail, and
containers
uplift
and
rail
attached it to a
keep the-
bungee
the
cord.
boat stabilized and attached to the water. Now the whole simulation we
put
want
a
with this
target at the
waterfall
end.
is that we don't want to see these rails. We want to think it's a boat that's just skipping along
The
the
target
water.
at the end of that tube has got to be the
very
inspiration for Test
complicated,
Track.
very expensive water system.
Ted Van Winkle,
Van
no
Winkle.
relation to Rip.
Or, Bullwinkle.
Tangents that push the water through faster so we can simulate water rapids even though we don't have a very strong pitch here.
Neat.
Yeah, that rapid effect is really cool.
I never thought about how good the rapid effect was because I always accepted it. Like, it was so good that I just assumed, yeah, that's what rapid seems like.
I heard this is one of the best, like, whatever these are called.
And it's a 12
river raft.
I've heard this is one of the best ones.
And then you're absconded by
It is.
Pluto, who puts you in these
I've done a few of
rafts
them.
and sends you down river.
This honestly blows Callie out of the water.
Oh, it's very easy to blow Callie out of the water, but yeah.
Yeah, Callie's so freaking bad.
I mean, you got animatronic figures. It tells a story.
Oh.
Kevin Kellenberger. Can I get mine without cheese?
Oh, I could go for a Kevin Kellenberger right now.
The challenge is working with water.
I love their movie.
Is very
Kevin Kellen Goodburger.
unlike roller coaster where you're locked into the iron rail.
Have you seen the footage where
home of the
the rapid was so strong that it smashed into like the roof of one of the bridges? Oh my gosh!
By its depth and width underneath the water that the audience really doesn't realize.
They might even show it in this.
You make the flume very narrow, the water speeds up, and you make it wider, it slows down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We modeled this
Oh, this
in
down.
the water flows and how much water we're pumping on a computer. So the biggest challenge was trying to get the facility built in a way
How rapid is too rapid?
the water flow would come true.
So we put 2 containers and a target at the end.
That's just gonna be everything from now
Set the
on.
boat down by itself and watch it. We anticipated the water coming through here over this weir, getting.
Oh yeah, I think this is it.
And we
Show
had
it.
a rockwork structure holding up Popeye and Bluto and Olive. What happened is the water ended up being a little higher.
Book.
So we
Oh
cut
man.
away all that cement and rebuild that piece. All
Yeah, you
underneath the
do.
figures.
Oh boy.
The wettest islands of all the islands of adventure.
Glad we caught that in testing. Gosh.
We pump 1 million gallons per minute through all the rides.
Oh, I've never seen it like go from the start of the ride like that. I always wondered how they filled the whole thing.
To make this ride work, there's a underground
Kermit
system connected to the main show lagoon.
Waka waka!
All those pumps draw the water
Fozzie,
from the
that
show
river's
lagoon
terrible.
and put it into the ride. And when we shut the ride off, it all returns.
Won't
to the
tell
show
Disney
lagoon.
I'm here.
It works just like an aircraft propeller. It it just pushes the water through.
I watched the Jim Henson documentary, and it's so weird hearing Frank Oz direct a movie because it's just Fozzie Bear directing a movie.
You don't. And where you don't think you're going to get wet, you do. And that gives a lot of fun to the ride.
That water looks disgusting as well.
I thought Toon Lagoon was going to be the most boring part of this. That was actually kind of cool.
Oh no, here we go.
I don't think this is going to be a boring part of it.
Speaking of the most... Oh, that looks like a nightmare. What? Why did the Grinch have a gun?
The Grinch is really tired of Christmas.
And we saw him, the cat in the hat.
Make that
This
cat
is
go
horrifying.
away. You do not want to play. He should not be about.
Actually, I believe I saw that show where the Grinch had a gun.
So
I
very
went
early on in
probably
this
like
process,
within the
we started
first
working
year or two it
the notion of
opened.
bringing to life
If I'm not mistaken, you're jogging my memory.
From there, we
I
went to
believe
work
that's a
with Dr.
slime
Seuss,
cannon,
Widow, Audrey
which
Hepburn.
he uses to
Audrey
muck
was very
up
concerned
the
about how the characters would be portrayed,
Who?
how these
The
stories
area?
would be brought to life.
Yeah, the hoodies.
I was about to say, who thought Dr. Seuss stuff had slime in it? That's not like that's a Nickelodeon thing. But I literally have a copy of Bartholomew in the Oobleck. So, one instance of slime. Actually, no, 2.
or whatever they
nickel for
call
every
it.
time Dr. Seuss
Basically,
had
he uses it to mess up the area.
Yeah, we can build this.
That makes
but
sense.
when you really start getting into what it means to do that, you
I can't even
realize
make fun of that
a
name.
lot of what the guys went through defies gravity, and it's really not supposed to exist in this world. So we actually had to come up with a way to do that.
It's called glue.
There are no
Challenge
right
in buildings
angles on
is
the
really
buildings.
overcoming the propensity for engineers and builders to build everything at right angles. There's not a straight line.
That was Disney's whole thing about Toontown. Or Star Town, or whatever the fuck it was called. Birthday Land.
Birthday Land, Starland.
Construction is pretty much black and white. When you're dealing with structural issues and all the life safety issues, That's all black and white stuff. And the attraction development folks, they're not black and white. They think in shades of pastels and everything in between.
When Ed Garside first came on the project, I sat him down and I said, okay, I know what you're used to doing, but bear with me because everything that you've known up to this date, you're gonna have to like cast aside. And I've been breaking the rules on this project for a long time. You're gonna
that happened when I started working at Newston.
The relationship between the artsy folks and construction, there's a real hard line between them. I'm not allowed to cross their line, but they're allowed to cross my line.
Tell me how you really
feel. In order
feel.
to get the really curvy, wonky Seussian facades, the building exteriors, what we had to do is use styrofoam, which is a material we see in everyday life.
Huh.
Most of what you see in Seuss Landing is made from styrofoam.
Really?
What?
These blocks of foam right here turned into sculpted roofs, like this big top tent right here.
Huh. Yeah, but then they cover with like
We actually took
concrete
big
or something,
chunks of
right?
styrofoam, put them up on all the fronts of the buildings, and literally carved them with very dull knives. And we got the nice curves going through Seuss Landing.
The carving takes a lot of time.
And then you put
Starts
concrete over it,
using
right?
a chainsaw, then they'll start using knives, and then they'll go ahead and start scraping it.
They really hate that styrofoam.
Ooh, they really should have been wearing masks for
Throughout
this.
the entire summer.
So much asbestos.
So that's how
Well, that's
we were
not
able
asbestos,
to get all these wonderful curves
It is a
that go in
fine
all
dust.
different directions.
Even the palm trees in Seuss Landing are curvy. Unfortunately, we were able to benefit from a rather tragic thing, Hurricane Andrew. The palm trees that were knocked over continued to grow on the ground in very strange forms. We were able to purchase those trees, brought them here to Seuss Landing, erected them, and they maintained them.
What?
Wowee!
When we went about
Oh no,
designing
he's
Seuss
coming.
Landing, we were thinking of the children.
Here he come.
So a lot of
Here
things
come
that you
that
see
boy.
in
It's hot,
Seuss
it's wet,
Landing
it's
are
coming.
built purposely at a lower level. You have little fences and you have little steps and you have little signs that are lower down. When a child walks into Seuss Landing, they're really going to feel like this is their land because the words are easy to read in here and the colors are wonderful.
Free water.
And the characters are actually very huggable.
To all my friends, all others
Each
pay
vehicle has a little something that you
$4.
can do. You can turn the head or something.
Susan
Everybody loves
Rude.
this one, and when I do it, you don't know why.
Oh, the eyes open!
Yeah.
John Russ, the soundtrack producer for Seuss Landing and actually the whole park, sat down with myself and the designers, and we actually had conversations about.
Chad, I'm sorry,
Seuss
like this is
Landing
just
would
actually
sound
interesting
like.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
took all the drawings.
This isn't what we signed up for either, but I'm here for
To
it.
find a drawing of a musical instrument.
Every so often we find one that's like, oh, we can make fun of this, and it's like, wow.
This is
Like,
just
this
good.
is
What if we
honestly
made these
fascinating.
What if we go to garages?
Yeah.
cut up
Like that,
ultra
honestly,
long,
that's part of
solder them
why I
onto
love
end
doing this, is
hobos,
because
and
every now
just
and then you
create
find
this
these
entire
gems.
palette of Seussian
That's not to say we're not riffing anything. Everyone's
Oh
got
my
weird
God, they
names.
actually made Dr. Seuss instruments. Oh, wow!
Neat!
For what?
They said they just grabbed stuff from garage sales.
And just tune it,
So they're
yeah.
not instruments of this world, and they create the Seussian sound.
For like the background
We were
music?
there looking at the carousel, and Audrey Geisel walked in.
Wow.
I was
Yeah,
watching her
that-
face
that's
because
Dr.
that was
Seuss's
really kind of the
wife.
moment that our work was going to be judged by. And when she first
And she
walked
got
in,
mad at them
her
later.
expression
That-
was sheer awe.
That's
She
great.
walked in like a child would
I mean, it
walk
wasn't
in
their
and kind of
fault, but,
take it all in, and they
Who
don't
is
really
this?
know what to
Dr.
say.
Seuss's daughter or something?
Dr. Seuss's wife. He had passed away not too long before.
And the really nice thing, actually, at the very end, she came up to me and took my hand and said, "Thank you so much." And I said, "Audrey, thank you, because you've let us make these books. You've let me spend 4
Yeah,
years
he died in
having
91.
fun
You've let us
making
make
this
these
project happen."
books?
And I say, and
That's
I'm
not
like,
what
no,
I-
thank you. And I really meant it. It was really sincere.
Yeah, then she got mad because they tried, when they brought Halloween Horror Night Silence of Adventure, they tried to do a Dr. Seuss themed scare zone, and she was like, you do this again and I'm revoking my copy, revoking the rights.
What's left? Oh, Port Adventure? Like the...
Before we get
Oh,
there, I should
right.
have pulled that up earlier. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Jurassic
There he is.
He said the thing.
There's that guy who killed all those people.
I didn't realize
Don't
back in
copyright
the early
strike
days,
me,
they didn't just have
please.
a Dr.
Of 15
Oh,
Did you
that's great.
spare any expense?
Jurassic Park, what we really set out to do was basically pick up with.
Was there really a walk-around character?
Yes.
Yes, there was, and not only that, there was a walk-around Ian Malcolm, too.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Created, given the opportunity to have a second shot at it.
Jurassic Park.
Did they fight? Did they yell at each other constantly?
Preserve in the world, where we've
Like, was it in character? Like, we've all seen the movie. Can we not walk up to John Hammond and be like, "You son of a bitch"?
Of dinosaur life.
Gosh,
What
Dreamfinder
is the
vibes.
Oh my god, he's so in character even in this
Our
interview.
dinosaurs are very real. This is the only place in the world
Rob,
that you can come
what
and
is that
see
name?
real dinosaurs.
Shreve.
I've invested a lot of time
Shreve?
and care in the feeding, handling of these dinosaurs.
Did you shrieve? Yeah, I just shrove.
Remember, a dinosaur is a commitment, not a gift.
Yeah.
That's the worst beard I've ever seen,
viewing
by the
area
way.
inside where we have an incubator. Occasionally,
Just hanging out with the kids. I love it.
Which is quite a sight, I can tell you.
Hello.
That.
Wow.
It's grand. They've never seen anything like it.
When we were in this area, they were asking an audience, "What should we name this little baby dinosaur?" And it was dead silent. And then Tom, just from the back of the crowd, yelled out, "Miss Vanjie!" And everyone looked at us like, Jesus Christ. And I had my head in my head like, Tom, no! And then someone went like, Steve! And they're like, cool, his name will be Steve and not the other thing.
Allow people to walk through here.
Oh, I would have said Steven for Steven Spielberg.
Because you're dealing with animals
that's a
of
cool
immense
idea.
size and
I thought that guy
Or
was
Michael
Steven
for Michael
Spielberg,
Crane.
honestly.
When it goes to the bathroom, how do you deal with that kind of stuff? When it's hungry, how do you feed it?
Generally, you let it rampage through the park.
Yeah, John Hammond failed Santa
the
school.
marquee to Triceratops right here. So up there where you have those indentations, it'll say Triceratops encounter.
Our next stop is the Triceratops.
Dead attraction!
Where our guests
Did John Hammond have this weird, like, European accent?
Dinosaur.
I didn't think
Yeah,
so.
he was Scottish.
This kind of attraction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was David
I've
Attenborough.
never
not
seen the
David
movies.
Attenborough, Richard
And
Attenborough
as
playing
you
the
go
part.
that path, you're told a story.
This is a remote security station for the game wardens. We have a few of them. We have transponders on the animals. The green dots represent herbivorous animals, and the red dots...
Oh my god!
which
I
we
just
have-
love how this
This
entire
entire
LARP.
special is like
Yeah.
designers, creative talent,
On the other side
and
of
you
that
know
cabinet,
we get
we
to Jurassic
have
Park.
an
Let's
armory.
just let one of the characters
These
lead
are
the
all
tour.
tranquilizer
Yeah.
guns, which the game
He knows all this
use
fake stuff.
when we need to control an
I've
animal.
literally
Not
his
so much to
job, I'm
kill
sure.
anything, but to control it. It's what tranquilizer
It really is
guns,
LARPing.
stun guns, things of that nature.
Oh
So
my
that
god, the
if
rainbow at the top right's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it is.
emergency arose, we had a way to deal with it.
Happy
Well,
Pride.
Allowed
the
conventional
video
weapons
could
used here at all.
video
I will not
could
destroy the
recording.
animals. We did not bring them into creation so that we could shoot them. We'll tranquilize them. We'll put them down as you would a bear in the wild.
We'll drag the body out of their
This station
stomach.
that we have here is called the food compound.
This
Nah, Triceratops for
one of the
herbivores.
distribution feeding stations.
Oh,
that we
okay.
have.
Yeah, but a lot of other people got killed by
Dino
dinosaurs.
Chow, he made his own brand of
And their
Dino
various
Chow.
feeding schedules.
Yeah, sure.
schedules. Our oldest, Sarah, is a 7-year-old Triceratops, and she's the one we'll be seeing in a little while.
Who is this guy?
Triceratops, they're herbivorous.
A
They
great
strictly
actor.
eat plants. We have to add nutritional
Probably out of a
supplements
job
because
now.
we don't know what their nutritional requirements are.
Like all
We
the
constantly
live
process
actors at
refinement.
these parks.
We're writing the book. We're writing the book on
Yeah.
dinosaur
There's
nutrition.
just people in the
This
bag.
is outside the compound here. Now, as you pass through this gate right here, this is the lock gate in the electric fence.
This is one of the perimeter fences. We're now entering a dinosaur paddock.
Now, this is called the Field Research Outpost.
We've got
Oh my gosh, there's so
paleontologists,
much
PhDs,
detail.
Every one of them. We've got nutritional biologists, people from all walks of scientific exploration, and a number of animal
Including
behavioralists
people who do their
who
own
come here
research.
to watch the animals in the field. These are animals that
So
have
those
never
people
been
are actors,
observed
just
in the
doing
wild
fake
before.
From
research.
that dispatch
Yes.
to here, you
Yep.
are escorted by an attendant who will give you a little brief.
Although
spiel,
probably just
you
for
know,
this
welcome
video.
You to here.
Hey, what do you think the
Just one
college
more thing
program's
before we
all
go
about?
into, see Sarah. Please, no sudden movements, and no flash photography, and no loud talking. She's separated from her herd, and she's a bit skittish. We've got her sedated, but she is, after all, a
Well,
large animal.
Ben, Matthew, you heard what he said. No loud talking.
Yo.
There's my
We gotta stop the show for a little.
Good morning.
Hey, I didn't know Uncle Scrooge worked in Islands of Adventure.
How's my favorite girl today?
She's still not feeling so well today.
Oh, really?
Is this still there, or did it get torn down?
No, it's gone.
Something spooked her.
Jeez.
My job's a little dangerous.
I like how they've got like someone in the back on the controls, but it's covert. That's very good.
Is her real name Stacy Johnson,
Wait a second,
or is
didn't
that
we
the
see
name of
her
the
at the
character?
Sinbad show?
So how does the Triceratops work? I mean, is it a sophisticated robot underneath the skin? Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's a real dinosaur.
It's
a
dinosaur.
Yeah, that's what you.
One of those is with DNA.
Here's literally every other secret and trick in the book that we use. Okay, but what about the dinosaur? No, that's real. Like, what would a kid think when they watch this? The parents are like, no, honey, it's a robot. No, in the documentary, they said that it's a real dinosaur.
I want to open these doors up and let people in to see what their reaction
Open up the door.
Because you become so
Open up the
passionate
door.
about this and you're fighting day and night, 24/7, you do get to the point where you're really protecting everything. But there's still that kind of hard transition where you really do have to let it go. I know as soon as the kids come in, that's really going to be the moment where you
So
go,
we're
you
not
know
going
what?
to get anything from
This is
Fort
yours.
Adventure.
Go have fun.
Nothing at all.
In your lifetime,
Nothing
where
at
you're
all.
involved in a project like this that's actually
Well, there's nothing there but a gift shop, right? Yeah.
built.
I mean, it's still, they made it to look like a village. Maybe
They
talk
did,
about
yeah.
the influences or...
Keeps us continually trying to push the envelope
Hey,
of
let's
the technology and the creativity one step further. Even when you think
That's
it's
a very
done,
cool
so how
shot
much
of
further can we
the
push this thing?
overhead for the
All
ascending scene.
these
in
hundreds
Spider-Man.
of thousands of man-hours, millions and millions of dollars, and it all comes down
3 people
to
who
one
died on a
last
bobsled
dream
going into a Target.
That's the best part. We stuck a dune buggy to a rubber band, put it in a shipping
Oh my gosh,
container,
like that
and
was
just
like
went
just
up.
the most like Mythbusters unhinged shit I've seen in a
I'm just
making
wondering,
of.
this is the hour-long version. What did they cut out to put on television?
Probably some of the Jurassic Park.
John Hammond. Graphics, yay.
John Rust.
I'm sure most credits have graphics people's names in them. Did they have a best boy?
I didn't see one.
Oh. Whoa! Evolution! Oh, okay.
The end.
Movie's over. Get out.
Well, we kind of fixed the popcorn.
I wish I had popcorn, but I have too many holes in my teeth. Welcome back.
Boga, boga, boga.
Yeah, don't scare the dinos. That was phenomenal.
Really good.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's a great special. I'm glad I watched that.
Yeah.
Happy 25th
Genuinely
Islands Adventure.
The best thing we've ever watched.
I don't know about the best thing we've ever watched, but the top 5, yeah.
It is of all the like making ofs or like behind the scenes thing, I would say that's the best one. That it had legitimate information. It was real people showing us like how their job works and functions. We got 99% how it's made. Dun 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 dun. And then we got 1% magic. Like
We got Dino and John Hammond. That's the real Jurassic Park, folks.
I can't believe
Not
I'm
that
saying
movie
this.
crap.
I would watch that again. I would actually watch that again with like other theme park nerds and be like, "Yo, check this is awesome!" And like, I want to zoom in on like how they operated like the Poseidon's Fury attraction. Like, I want to see how that works. Like, I love looking at like blueprints and layouts and stuff. And 99% hot
Thank you.
gas?
I was thinking of that.
What?
Song. The when Plankton falls into the ingredient analyzer, he's 1%,
No
or
actors
99%
dancing
hot.
Oh yeah.
That's why
No actors
we're separating
dancing.
out the making of documentary.
We don't have actors dancing on top of things, but we do have stunt people falling from genuinely high heights.
On fire!
On fire, yes.
I love the amount of detail they went into on the safety behind those stunts. Like, I think that's not just really cool to hear, but also really responsible, because you'll get, like, I don't know, kids and stuff who like, oh, I want to try that, and it's like, no, here's all the stuff you have to do to be able to do that safely. Do you have 2 people to double check your safety? Do you have a fireproof?
This is why we say don't do this at home, because we wouldn't do this at home.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, you are not a wizard. Do not jump off your roof on a broom.
Yep.
What else was I going to say? I had something and I lost it.
Oh, so wait.
I also love how much of the test footage we got. They were testing this all around the world, in the U.S. and in Europe.
The fact that we got that clip of the boat bumping the ride track on the rapids, like you, and they realized
we couldn't do this, so here's how we fixed it.
Like that hit the thing, so we carved it out. It's like, yeah, okay.
You forget that they actually have to build like nearly the entire ride in its completion to test it before they actually go like, okay, we're now going to build the actual thing over here with the blueprints that we've just finalized.
Like, it was so much harder to do digital like simulations of everything to figure out what the envelopes were. Like, you could make guesses, but you couldn't be sure until you get there and test it out.
I mean, well, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
And even then, you still don't nail it, yeah.
So I was going to say, just because of how we're raving about this, I think the next time we renovate the video shop, we have to just spray paint a target on it.
Yep.
Well, I'll put a little like toy like dune buggy in a box or something. Honestly, there's so much shit we need to add to this one room. Yes. I don't think there's a lot. We can move the F ticket. We don't need that, and we can.
I don't want to lose the F ticket. That's our baby.
No, we'll throw
Action Park. Like, we're bothered with all that fancy testing. Oh my god! Oh, we could. If there was something that was not like a professionally released documentary on a streaming service, like if there was a vintage special on Action Park, I would watch that so fast.
Defunctland.
I was gonna say there's Defunctland,
yeah,
but that's like a modern thing. Like Matthew specifically said, like an old actual documentary.
Yeah, I mean that's not the old retrospectives
like a TV special.
Are not. Yeah, like that.
Hey chat, you find something like that? Go ahead and share it with us over at the Discord. We've got links to everything over at screenholetv.com. Go join us over there. Drop us links to stuff you find that you want us to watch. Like we're open to suggestions.
Yes, we are. So before we look into the future, do we want to take a quick break?
Yes.
Or do we just want to keep going? Yes, break would be good.
Yes,
because we've been doing this for 2 hours now, and I think a bathroom break would be appreciated.
Yes. Refresh your fluids, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Jesus Christ, I had no idea strawberries could be this big.
Hey, Tyler,
welcome back to V.H.S. Look at the size of this strawberry.
That's a big nuts. Strawberry.
Yeah. Anyways, I've literally never had strawberries before. I'm working on it. Welcome back, everybody. What, you set me up for that one, Ben.
I did, yep.
Welcome back, everybody. What's up?
Tyler oh, okay. All right. Did heart attack over here.
Did Tubbs have anything else to say?
Oh, gosh.
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. Basically, what I was going to say is before we segue into Tubbs, because I know he does have some thoughts. We've talked about the past and the kind of the present with Islands of Adventure. A lot of that stuff is still there. It's time to look into the future. There's a new Universal Park opening next year.
Yes.
What?
Their first new park in the U.S. since Islands of Adventure. So it'll be 26 years.
Yeah.
And
that's how long the park's taken to be built?
That's how long Universal's been in Florida, I think.
Oh, sorry. It's just that's how long Epcot's been taken.
No, that's how long that's how long it's been since that's how long it will be since Islands of Adventure opened. Islands of Adventure was the last park Universal built in the U.S.
Been over a quarter century. Jeez.
Yep.
Never feel like they needed to upgrade them like to another whole park. They certainly got like a lot out of those.
They bought up that lot. Like, this is brand new territory for Universal.
Anyway, Popular Mechanics for Kids did a whole episode at Universal Florida. I very much remember that as well. I don't know if Popular Mechanics for Kids was a thing in the U.S., but it was a Canadian TV show hosted by Alicia Cuthbert. And what the fuck was his name?
If you can find that episode,
shoot us
for
a
the
link.
future.
Yeah,
I'll take a quick look.
Anyway, so I was just sort of building it up that now we are going to watch all of the announcement videos that they've had for Epic Universe. It's about 25 to 30 minutes altogether.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of what's being offered. I've also included the fly-throughs because, let's be honest, just to check out, just to see a little more of that detailed land, it's going to be a lot of fun. There is How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
Yay!
Basically, they put out everything except the one for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Ministry of Magic, I think the land is called. Because they put out an announcement in June, and maybe you don't give J.K. Rowling a platform during Pride Month.
Maybe you don't.
Oh my god, you're right. That's why they did that. They kept it like the last thing. They probably won't even advertise it. Who knows?
I thought they were going to go with Super Nintendo World last. I figured that was the big draw. But
that's
at the same
one that people
point,
know the most about. Like this, honestly, Ministry is the one that we know the least about.
Well, Dark Universe, I would say, is was the big mystery.
True.
But they just revealed that. It looks awesome.
And we'll get
I think
to it.
now I might have something to say.
Oh, yes. Tubbs, please.
What's up, bud?
Sure, Universal, you can try to wow these guys with technological marvels and creative storytelling.
Yeah.
But do you have a Yeti audio animatronic that's been broken for 18 years? I think not. They'll be back once they find out what's behind Big Thunder Mountain.
Nope. I do not care, but thanks, Tubbs.
But come on, anything could be behind Big Thunder Mountain.
There
could be chocolate back there.
No, it's going to be a person's magical house and Moana splash pad or something.
Yay.
What? I don't know what.
Girl Mountain with a big thunder sword.
Because behind every Big Thunder Mountain, there's a yep.
Girl with a big
That's very
sword.
good.
Yeah.
Very, very
Oh my
good.
god. Jay Baruchel. That's right. How could we forget? Jay Baruchel hosted Popular Mechanics for Kids. Voice of Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon.
So I'm sure we'll be watching it at some point. But for now,
Yes.
let's enjoy some announcements.
Away.
Oh, still broken.
Oh my god.
I think we need money just to fix the popcorn machine.
Yeah.
One day money will come out of the
Tubbs' popcorn machine.
Over my
Hello?
35 years, I've often
Why is it black?
I don't know.
My standard answer is...
Has anyone else seen black?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm not
Hang on.
Okay. I thought I was going crazy.
Okay,
I did
something
not
is actually
freeze
genuinely wrong here. Please hold technical difficulties. This is a live
no.
show.
It worked in rehearsal.
Yep, part of doing a live show, every now and then, things go a little sideways. Trying trying to figure out what could have possibly caused this. Let me flip around between some videos and see if anything works.
Hey, while we're at it, go check out Tokyo Rift on our YouTube channel, please. The 4th episode just came out.
Now we will be back shortly.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a couple minutes at worst.
Yeah, but
this is weird. Do any of the other videos work? Okay, so that one works. Yeah, because all right, so that still works. But if I go to this one, it doesn't. Do any of the ones from the... Okay, so that one works.
Oh, that looks fine.
That works.
Is it just the overall announcement video?
Yeah, it's just the first one. Okay, cool. Hold on.
Please remain in your VHS buggy.
Your stream may resume motion at any time.
Hold on.
Por favor.
No, I've got source on this. Let me see this.
Was that a slime chamber? No, that was like an elevator getting people up to the stage. I didn't realize that stage had like such a big like underground basement area. Oh, somebody gave us a technical difficulties graphic. We have our own, but apparently there's a new one. Oh, whoops.
So
I'm just glad there's
because if I try and play it on my
technical
desktop,
issue and it's not me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I do this the really hacky way. Does it work? I've got two more solutions.
Ben's gonna fix it. He's gonna strap himself to a rubber band, launch himself into a shipping container, and then the video will play.
Oh, but that's not gonna get
Shit's
the audio.
fucked. Please stand by.
Okay, let's do... Yeah, we're gonna have to do this off YouTube. Alright. That's fine. I can make that work.
We gave you an ad. Now we're gonna have to watch an ad.
Yeah, and we're gonna riff on it. I don't care what we watch. We're gonna riff on that commercial.
How are there 12 people?
Oh, there wasn't a commercial. It just went straight to
they
it.
chose not to monetize it.
Yeah.
Very nice, Universal.
Okay,
Classic.
all right. So if I take this and I change that over to 57.
How are there 12 people watching us watch nothing? There we go.
There we are.
Is there sound?
Turn off autoplay.
There will be sound, and thank you for that. And make sure the audio.
Make sure to hit subscribe, smash that like button.
There we are. Well, that sure was a thing.
Over my 35 years, I've often been asked
right.
what my favorite ride is.
There we go.
My standard answer is the next one. We live by the ethos.
Sir, that's not a real
the
answer. Please give us the name of a ride.
But really, my favorite ride is E.T. We've never done anything better.
Experiences. We're always looking to how do we make the next one even better.
People ask what my favorite ride is, and I say hanging Kodos is Hurling.
With the world famous Universal Tram Tour.
Whoa, hey, look,
they
it's
expanded
glamour
and built the first standalone park at Universal Studios Florida, which really became about riding the movies, and that was an invention of Steven Spielberg, taking them into those stories, not just the
now we're tearing down all of
attraction
Steven
experience,
Spielberg's
but
rides.
blows it out into entire worlds.
Whoa.
And the challenge became, what can we do next?
And how can we make more money off of Harry Potter?
Have you never wanted to do anything that was dangerous?
I love the audio.
You
paired
never
up with
wanted to look beyond the clouds and the stars?
We went to the fans and we asked them. And the answer was pretty compelling. Give us more of
The
your
answer
great
was a Moana boat ride.
More of the immersive environments and do it in the most visceral manner possible.
They said
Universal
Ghostbusters, and we said we don't have the right for that.
5 incredibly themed worlds. And in those, over 50
do they actually
unique,
not?
compelling
I don't think they
experiences.
do.
The idea was to bring you to the
it's a Sony ride
possibly imagine. To do that,
it's a Sony property. They've licensed it out, and I think they actually just procured a new license for the parade there that's starting.
You enter underneath the Chronos, the first portal, where all the planets will line.
As opposed to entering under the Monos, which is just Torgo.
Into Celestial Park.
Celestial Park is a world in and of itself, where fans
is that
have
related
come
to Randall Park?
Ultimate adventure.
It's where we put.
I love this. Like, I love the concept of Islands of Adventure being an adventure themed park, and then this one is like, I can't even describe it. It's not like sci-fi. It's like fantasy adventure.
Constellation Carousel.
It gives me the same vibes that
anything you've ever seen.
the Jules Verne Tomorrowland did.
Where you can play with dancing fountains. And
Art
Starfall
Deco.
Racers, a dual launch coaster where you race through the sky.
Oh boy, are they going to actually duel?
And anchoring this incredible world.
Yes,
no throwing
is
right
the
now.
Universal Helios Grand Hotel, 500 rooms.
Oh man, that's
integrated
going to be
into
expensive.
the park
I'm
like
sure.
no other theme park in the world.
And from here, you can jump into any world. Portal
Here
like
we
an
go.
adventure to find all of the worlds you've ever seen.
I can't believe there's a How to Train Your Dragon Land. I never thought that would ever be a thing.
I said it should have been ever since I saw this movie and found out about the land that was planned for Animal
Soar
Kingdom.
with dragons and have a Viking adventure.
Like, as a Dragons
based on
fan,
the
this
great
is
movie franchise.
freaking amazing to
Yeah,
hear.
it is.
And the
I thought once the third
ultimate
movie
wish
came out, it was
fulfillment
done.
of flying dragons.
I wasn't sure if it was dead or not, but then they put out the
We have this great
Netflix
history
series for kids.
with
That
horror.
when that came out, I
So
knew
we
it was
thought,
dead.
is there a way for us to breathe
Aaron
new
says,
life
how do the
into
coasters
the
race?
classic Universal
They literally dispatch at the same time from the station, and then the launches are the exact same. And then every time they twist in and out of each other, they're the same length of track. Like, and
Everything.
There's
They
also train breaks
supposedly
to sync them up a bit, and they also talked in the previous specials slightly. We talked over
When
it a
the
lot.
fans told
They
us to
weigh the
give us
individual
more
cars
of
as
what
they
we did
start
really
and use
well,
that
our thinking
to
became,
help
we
sync
create
them
another
up a
chapter
bit.
of the Wizarding
Oh, I
World
don't
of
even-
Harry Potter.
I don't even hear
In
that
the
bit.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry
Quick,
of
everyone
Magic,
talk over
you
this.
get
Blah,
to
blah, 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 blah.
experience
Pride, gay people. Gay people are
You're
real.
allowed to be
And
interested in
Ministry of
this. It's
Magic
just
from the
support
Harry
trans
Potter
kids.
series.
Yes.
The ride
Trans rights
inside
are
of
human
that
rights.
world,
Yes,
I can't
trans
tell you
rights
because
are
it has to
real
be a surprise.
rights, or whatever it
You
is.
come to Universal Orlando, you're going to get this trilogy of storytelling that is unlike anything else in the world.
And much like in most trilogies, we've run out of
Step into
ideas.
the world of Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and
Waluigi, Wario.
In the most
Luigi doesn't look like John
we've ever
Leguizamo.
created.
How
You
authentic
get to
is
play
this?
in the world that you've only played on a screen.
Epic Universe represents a tremendous addition.
I love how they
doubling
quickly move on
size
from
to
Mario.
Universal Orlando
I mean, it's like,
Resort.
and the thing you've
This
already
gives us
seen.
the
I
opportunity
mean, they kind of moved
to
on
bring
from
people to
everything because
Universal
they're going to
Orlando for an
have
entire week
their announcement
of the most
videos for all of
incredible
them.
experiences they can imagine.
Yeah.
Universal Epic Universe changes everything you thought you knew about Universal Orlando.
Keyword.
The overarching
Immersive.
emotion
Yeah.
Epic
Interactive.
Is
I mean,
what
you
it's
have
like
to say
have
the
your
thing to make
wishes
corporate
ultimately
happen.
We're changing the game.
Beyond the storytelling and the
Bum, bum,
immersiveness,
ba-dum-bum.
there's an emotional component to each of the worlds.
The worlds that were chosen represent
I just
People
love
are
how
so
talking
many
we've gotten
things
to,
for so many
to
people,
the point
and
in
they're
Harry
so
Potter. It's like
vastly different.
we're going off the Fantastic
Thrill and
Beasts
fear
movies now.
joy
We
and
know
all
you
of it
didn't watch
comes
them, but we
together
have to do
in a type
this.
of
Right.
experience that
We
you
have
have
no
never
other
been able to
worlds we
find
could do.
anywhere
There's
else.
Hogwarts.
We
Everything
couldn't
that's
get
it.
Daniel
That we do
Radcliffe back.
Really
for
the
this.
culmination
Yeah.
of decades.
So
No,
we're
he's
trying to
innovation,
twist Eddie Redmayne's
creativity, and
arm.
immersive storytelling. So we
But he
can
just
We
keeps
gotta watch
bringing
that
Bill
video.
Pullman.
And Epic is really bringing it all to a whole new level.
Epic Universe is built on an amazing concept.
Ooh.
The
Oh
idea
my
that you
God.
go
What
into
if we had
a
more
world
IPs
through
to
some kind of
explore?
a portal, and you come
It's
out in a
Mr.
world we never
Oppenheimer.
could dream of.
He is
He had
not
nothing
long
to
for
do with
this
that
world,
movie.
folks.
No, that wasn't
Just
Oppenheimer. Spielberg didn't do
feed the
Oppenheimer.
imagination of so
No,
many
that's the joke.
people of all ages.
What I think we're trying to do most is give people the opportunity to really experience.
But you know what he
the full
did do?
thrill
In
of
1941, as seen in the Universal Studios floor.
Mr. Animaniac.
Who's the guy that narrated the video? I bet more people worked on his hair than built the park.
What?
The
The likeness of Boris Karloff is registered to Karloff Enterprises. That was incredible. Also, it said copyright Burger King, which was very strange.
While
is it because there's a Frankenstein?
Once we go back to the
Burger King
cooperating,
Frankenstein.
So while I'm setting this back up, I'll just take a moment. The fact that they have so much original content going into this park as well for the main land, like maybe I'm just so used to Disney being like properties, but like the entirety of
and
that
not even like
Plaza
we're going to
is
build
OC.
something off of those properties. As what if we literally build the thing in this movie?
Yeah, it's like it's just so refreshing to see that.
Celestial Park, though, it's not even like an entryway. It's like you walk in and you're already in a land.
Yep.
And Main Street USA does not count. There's no attractions there. It's just shopping.
Don't disrespect great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Okay, that's at the other park.
Is video file number 2 going to also be a jerk? Oh boy.
Was it Shanghai Disney that like had the entry area is like a big garden instead of a Main Street USA? Okay,
Sorry.
Ben.
We're having more technical difficulties. This is getting really obnoxious. What is wrong with my software tonight? Oh, okay, all right. I don't. Okay, I just have to do this through some alternate means for reasons that are beyond my comprehension. But I do get to do it off of source video, and I don't have to deal with YouTube, so I'll take it.
Yay!
Seeing that announcement, like, it makes me more excited for this park than anything at the other Disney. Like, I don't care about anything new that Disney has just released. Like, this is gorgeous, and you can't say that what they're building doesn't look like this, because if you look at like aerial construction footage, it looks like this. Like,
yeah,
they don't release concept art and then years later decide they're not even going to make something. They're like, we're making this, and this is the final 3D render of this world. This is what it will look like.
Yeah,
I like that hidden backstage gate back there, by the way. Yeah, it's like steampunk and Vernian.
But it also feels like a real honest park.
Yeah.
Like, it feels peaceful, relaxing.
Which you're going to
like this carousel
as a break. That's probably why they designed it this way, because all of the individual lands are going to be so deeply themed and relatively intense.
Yeah.
That having this breather space between them is almost necessary.
Neutral area.
Oh man, that's going to be an expensive restaurant.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's going to take the title from Mythos, though.
No, that's best, not most expensive.
And it's called like Atlantis, which is like a Mythos thing.
Technically, this will be in Celestial Park.
A pizza place. I think they focus
they
on
kind of
it.
fly past it on this one, but there's also going to be, if you know your film history, a pizza place themed to the Méliès brothers.
What?
Like the people who did
the Man in the Moon.
Oh my gosh!
You know that iconic image of the like spaceship in the moon's eye?
Oh, yeah, from the Earth to the Moon. Yeah.
Film.
Gorgeous.
Yep. It really is.
Do we know when in 2025?
No, they haven't revealed.
No. I'm looking forward to,
like,
to finding out, though.
It's going to be in like the winter. If they're smart, they do it for like September, October.
So I think next we are journeying into Burke.
Universal Epic Universe is Universal Orlando Resort's newest theme park, and will bring to life.
I am an AI voice.
It's very close, isn't it?
That go beyond your wildest imagination. In How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burke, you'll soar with dragons.
That's DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon. Isle of Burke. Gotta remember your branding.
I absolutely fell in love with it.
Oh, I love that wall
Seeing
painting.
How to Train Your Dragon with my kids was an incredible, heartfelt moment. coming out of the theater and going into work the next day, it's like, we have to build this. I want to build Burke.
And it took them
this person.
15 years.
And they said, we don't have the money.
Yep.
You're introduced
And then they found the money.
a sweeping view of the island itself, almost
Wow.
right out of the movies.
Oh.
And that
Yeah.
shot. in
And
my
that
opinion, is
office
actually
building
best
in the
part.
far background.
You are no longer a family unit. You are Vikings.
This is Burke.
I mean, you're still a family unit, but you're a family of Vikings.
Takes place between the
Yeah,
second and third movies. We call it Burke
It's such a
2.5.
It's such a good point
This
to
is the
put this
golden
to.
age of harmony between
Yep.
Vikings and dragons.
Wait a second, if we're
Oh,
Vikings now, can we
they're
run
no
in
longer
and
on
shout,
Vikings.
"You are not
You'll
the
be able
first to
see
pass this way,
dragons
nor
walking
shall you be
around.
the last."
And all the color of the dragons.
Maelstrom
have been infused throughout the
lives!
land, and the buildings and the attractions.
Speaking with DreamWorks.
Yeah, it's so, like,
the art
beautifully colored,
directors,
too.
They
Yeah.
were the ones
Oh, look, a
who
water
really
feature built into the center of the land.
vision
It
of
is. It
What
is
a
very
novelty.
nice to. It's very nice to see them
Everything
not
had
shy
to be
away from
Viking
using bright
size.
colors.
Oh,
Like I know it's a
yeah.
like air quotes
Mead
for
Hall is
kids
one of the
land,
most
but like
iconic
seeing something that's not like
locations.
all.
But
dark
then you
is
see what
great.
they're doing, and it's like, no, I am a grown adult
Yeah.
with no children, and I would enjoy spending time in this. I want to go on the kids' water ride.
Oh yeah, no, I'm planning on doing everything in this
major
part.
attractions are themed after
It's a
kids.
family water ride, and that includes adults.
Pick Up Swing
Yes.
Gliders is
Without
a
kids.
family coaster.
That's
And
why I
Pick Up
hate
being
using the
the
term
inventor
kids
that
for
he
anything,
is,
because it's
has
never
developed
just for
a way
kids.
for us
It should be for.
simulate what
It
it's
should
like to
certainly
fly on
be
a
made
dragon.
with kids in
And
mind, but
Toothless is
it
not
should
very
appeal to
happy
everyone.
facilities.
I agree, but it is
Launches
so
our
often the
gliders
places
before
cop
wings
out
are
and don't
attached.
bother putting
So
the effort
rather
in.
than a
That it's
smooth flight
they're not doing that. Here.
careening
It shows.
wildly, skimming across the top
They
of a
must have
lagoon.
gone through so many
It's
like
really
concepts
adventure.
where they're like, how do we let you ride Toothless? And they
Yep.
probably decided there's no possible way we could do it without making it good.
Dragon Racers
So they're like,
ride
okay,
where you all get to fly
coaster
together
that looks like
and
a dragon.
spin.
I am
Upside
disappointed
in.
that they do
As
not
many times as
have
you want.
a Flight of Passage
You'll be able to create an
rip
experience
that
that's
does
as
dragon
wild or as
riding.
mild as you want it to be.
Well, you know,
It's actually one of the attractions.
they're gonna
I'm
have
most
to build
excited
new
for
attractions
in
at
the
some
Eventually,
point.
yeah. You
Getting
committed
back
to an
to
entire
the
land. You're not going to retheme the
exciting.
whole
I think I
land.
played
You're going to just
7 times
modify
in a row.
things.
I hope they have a Toothless like meet and greet or something.
Oh, I'm sure.
I believe there
Dragons,
will be.
It's important to know
Like-
how to put out dragon fires because it's gonna happen eventually.
So Fire Drill is a boat ride that is actually a game. You have two sides of the boat competing against each
People
other.
are complaining. They're like,
Series
"Oh, the
of
ride looks so
mechanical
short."
parts.
I'm like, "Shut up!"
It moves so
You'll probably
slowly.
get soaked.
Viking training camp is for our
That's not the
smaller
point of the ride. Is not the
It is
speed.
not only
You're going to be
just kids,
blasting.
Oh no,
things.
they're like it's so
area
short. I'm like, yeah, but you're moving
dedicated
so
to
slowly
teaching
through it.
Vikings
It's going to
about
take a
all
little
the
while.
classes
Yeah.
of dragons.
There's gonna be lots of cool discoveries for our littlest Vikings to interact with and explore.
Okay, but will there really be interactive things?
Right.
The Untrainable Dragon is a live show.
There we go. I'm
experience
so
Yeah.
glad they're
really
bringing this.
brings home the DreamWorks mantra of heart and humor.
This is like the arena spectacular led to this.
It did, and you can tell. And this looks so much better than the arena show did.
Technology that
Yeah.
bring these amazing
Like
Well,
their
it's on
hiccup
the
looks
stage.
correct. Their
Stage
toothless
four.
looks correct. Look at
wow.
that.
To amaze me, bud.
That's not their fault. They needed to do something different.
I
For
understand, but also it felt wrong.
We have dragons flying overhead. We have dragons that are shooting out flames. And they're not
Will
just
you
in the
have
distance,
dragons flying
they're right
overhead?
in front of you?
That would be sweet if they did.
I mean, in the theater show, yes.
You want to meet Toothless.
People think
Yeah,
that
there you
there
go.
will,
Yeah.
people think that there will be like
Yep.
dragon kites flying through the sky. Oh, there we go. I didn't even see this part of the video
Has that
original.
opportunity to recreate that moment where
Mhm.
Hiccup puts out his hand.
Everyone's gonna want that iconic shot that we saw.
It's the one that pushing like this.
No, I want
definitely
Toothless to lick my
I'll probably
face,
cry.
but okay.
Yeah.
The Isle of Burke.
I never
has
saw
something
How to
I
Train
want
Your Dragon.
Toothless
To buy
all
me
ages.
lunch.
Oh.
Attractions down to the little
I didn't read
boat,
Tony's
to the
comment
land,
correctly.
To the meet and greets, to the live show.
He says, I didn't see
How
how
to-
to train
oh,
your
no.
dragon.
Ways to push
How to
the envelope
drain your
and do
dragon.
things
It was
we've
oh,
never
no.
done before.
I think the best thing
Why did
about
DreamWorks-
When we asked guests what they wanted, they said more restrooms.
It is going to give guests an experience that they will never forget.
We're
Yeah, we
creating
haven't
an
talked about the
experience
coaster
that
yet,
is
have
gonna
we?
bring joy to millions of people. who come to Epic
No, they
Universe
briefly.
in the Isle of Berk.
That was right at the beginning. They're like, "This is a family coaster."
Everything about this world is
They
larger
went into
than
such a
life,
little
and there are
detail
so
on it,
many
though.
more adventures and surprises to discover. This amazing new world is going to allow you to enjoy everything you love about How to Train Your Dragon in a whole new way.
And we don't
you'll
erase
only
the
be able
fact
to
that
experience
Gobber is
it at
gay.
Universal.
Anyone, all gay Vikings are welcome here. Tough Nut also might be gay.
I do appreciate that they've at least got that going to counteract some of the JK Rowling.
Did I tell you I actually asked the director in person if Tough Nut was gay?
Oh jeez.
It was after the screening of the third movie in Toronto. Everyone else had left, and he was just hanging around the lobby. And it was Dean DeBlois, the guy who wrote and directed it. And I went up to him, I'm like, "Thank you for the gay characters." And hey, in this movie, Tough Nut calls Hiccup Hickey. Is Tough Nut the only guy Hiccup's age that's like also into guys? And he's like, "You know what? I never thought of it, but," and that's where he left it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no need to say anything else.
I never thought of it, but death to the author, man.
Why else does that scene exist? Oh, the music.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
This is
they better put a soundtrack album for this part.
I think
I don't
they already
even
have
care that
3
they
of
don't
them.
do that anymore. Bring back the
Oh,
album.
I guarantee they will.
Yeah.
There's gonna be too much awesome music that I'm sure people are gonna want to like rip. Like it's there. It could only benefit them to like put it out officially.
Yeah. Go if nothing else, go check out some stuff I said on Twitter. It's got a YouTube channel that's got a bunch of source audio for a bunch of theme parks.
Yes, we
have
can
it up
thank
on
our
there.
old pal Nathan. Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Nathan from the old site. He's been collecting theme park music for a long time, and he just put out like a massive update on the website.
Yeah. I just noticed that the sign next to the Untrainable show had Baby Dragon's Welcome on it. They're gonna have shoulder dragons in the land like they have for the Banshees, aren't they?
Yeah. I've wanted to build one of those for a while, but I never did. That's the end of that.
Epic Universe will be the 4th
Let's
theme
go.
park at Universal Orlando Resort, and will transport you to 5 immersive worlds filled with thrills and excitement. In Super Nintendo World, you'll jump into the action.
Has anybody
and
been to the one in
discover a new way
California other
to
than
play.
me?
No.
Okay. It is very, very good.
When we started
As
planning,
somebody who
I
grew
did
up on
have to.
Nintendo.
I wanted to create iconic worlds.
I was the
that deeply
I was
connect with
the desk
I'm a
graphics
lifelong
team when
fan of
Spencer was
Nintendo,
sending me
growing up with
everything
these
now.
characters. I still
Because we needed to be the
remember
first
opening
people
up
to get those
my, NES
videos out,
system in
and so like
85 or
I had to
86.
be on top of thumbnails
No
and
matter
social
how old
sharing
you are,
graphics and
Everyone
screen
knows
cap
the
and
Nintendo
everything.
brand.
Yeah.
We all have our favorite games. We all have our favorite characters. We're the fans, and so our primary goal.
If Tom
was
were
to
here,
make
he'd
sure
say,
not
"That
just
guy's
for
gay."
us, but
Yeah.
that this was the ultimate Nintendo experience.
Do you see that person wearing like a classic Universal hat, by the way?
You'll enter Super Nintendo World through the iconic green pipe. And once inside,
Which
you'll
for some
discover
reason
the
has
most
multicolored
elaborate
lights on the
interactive
inside
world
of
we've
it.
Well,
ever
you
created,
never really
featuring
see the
Super
inside of a
Mario
warp
Land
pipe, now do
and
you?
Donkey Kong Country.
You don't
That
know.
is
Come
true.
out on the second level of Super Nintendo World with that Vista.
That
Just not
name.
another view like it.
Cummings? I didn't want to say anything.
All these colorful blocks, all the characters moving around.
The piranha
this world
plants
is
look
alive
cool.
around you.
Yeah.
This
Ev-
world invites
Everything
you
in
to
here
just come
moving
in
the right
and
way
play.
is
It's just
phenomenal.
about fun, man. It's all about fun.
Yeah.
Now,
One of the
I'll
things I
ask
wonder
Ben, since
Nintendo World
you
is
said
power
you
thing.
saw the one in Hollywood.
It allows
Yeah.
you to
For
play
someone
the
who
game,
is
allows
not
you to
a
keep
video
score.
game
You
fan,
collect
not
coins
really
by
into
punching
this,
blocks.
is
You
it
can
still
find
like
hidden elements throughout the land.
enjoyable?
You can see
I
how you do
imagine it must
compared
be.
to other guests
It's
in the park.
incredibly well
There's so many
themed.
places to
It's
look
rather
and to
impressive the
be
amount of
engaged.
moving things
You
that
just
they've
get
got
engulfed
going
in
in
it,
this
and then
land
you're
just
like, okay, so
passively
what's the
for you to
first
be
thing you
able to
wanna
look
do?
at.
If we
And
were
there's
to do
also
anything with Nintendo,
way
there were
more
a handful of
interactivity
things that we had to
here
touch
than
on, and
anywhere
Mario
else,
Kart
which
was
makes
one
sense
of
for
them.
being based on a
Mario
video
Kart
game.
Bowser's Challenge is
the
Bowser
rides are
versus
pretty good,
Mario
but
in a winner-take-all
honestly,
race,
I think
and
the
you as
thing you would
guest
appreciate
get
the
to
most
join
is
them
how
on this race
well
through
themed
courses
everything
all
is and
selected
how
from the Mario
Yeah,
much
Kart
detail went
gaming
into it.
world.
This ride is extremely innovative.
We use augmented reality technology to bring this race to life in such a fun, visceral way.
Oh, cool! You can like
look at the
from that
characters,
view.
they
You
look
can
at
see
you,
the
you
two
can throw
screens on
those
top of the
characters
boxes.
and change
Yep.
the outcome of the race.
Yeah,
You
this
can
is
see beautiful
this is the
scenery, and you
Microsoft
also get the
HoloLens
gameplay
technology,
that's
if I'm
going
not
on the
mistaken,
image. It melds
to
that
do
game
a
world
projection
into that
on
real
top
world.
of the reality
Everything in
around
this
you.
world is designed to
And it
fully
works
immerse you.
pretty darn well,
The
I gotta
sights,
say.
the sounds, the food, the attractions.
I love Yoshi. We couldn't do
I
anything
am very
without
excited
bringing
for
him
this because
along.
they do not have
Yoshi's
this in Hollywood.
Adventure is a family ride, which
Yeah,
is
the
just
Hollywood one
too
is like
cute for
scaled
words.
down
We're
to
joining
fit
Yoshi
that
in
small
exploring
part.
the
They had a
mountain
very
pool
small
in a search for
footprint,
3
but
glowing
they
eggs.
put a lot of stuff in
It's a
there.
fun,
Look at how
colorful,
cute the
interactive
tiny
ride
Yoshis
the whole
are. Oh
family
my
will
God.
love.
This is what I'm
You'll
talking
see
about.
incredible
You just
views
put
of
a
the world
couple
that you're not
buttons
gonna
in
see
front of you.
anywhere else.
That's all you need to make a ride interactive.
Yoshi
Is
and Mario Kart, they're so iconic.
And don't
Donkey Kong is
overcomplicate
one of the
it.
original icons,
Press
and
the button
we
when
certainly
you see
couldn't do
that
Super
color
Nintendo
egg.
World
That's
without
it.
including
That's
him.
all you need to do.
Donkey Kong
And if
Country
it wasn't
is a
like
completely
an
different
Omni mover,
landscape from
you can have
Super
it
Mario
react
Land.
when it happens.
You're exploring through
The Monsters
very
Inc.
lush
ride.
jungle with rhythm and music.
Oh, it's
But
not
the
funny
land
didn't
really
laugh
comes to
land.
life when you see the minecarts coming into the land. It really looks like it's a runaway minecart.
That's called
My Kart Madness gives guests an opportunity.
I'm excited to ride this.
Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. It's a coaster that has jumps,
Because
turns,
like that,
leaps,
this
dips,
concept
dives.
is so
It's got
cool.
the
Yeah,
most
the
innovative
ride tech
technology
for this is
inside of it to make
phenomenal.
us
I
feel
hope
like
it looks
we're
as
actually
good as in
proper
person as it looks in the
mind art.
There are
simulations.
0 screens.
Right.
It is all real
Oh
show.
yeah,
It
I
is
mean
all
the
real
patent,
feel.
the images from the patent.
on what we
Oh,
will
yeah.
turn into a real
During them
life
say
Because guess
there
what?
are no screens.
Just because the
is a
wheels are
plus.
on the cart
When I
don't
see
mean
Super
that's
Nintendo
what's
World,
driving
what I
you.
see is the
Yup.
future of immersive experiences.
But it's like,
Whereas
yeah,
the gaming
there's no
world and
screens
real
on any of the
world
rides
being
with the
able to finally
exception of
join
Mario Kart's
together
headsets.
all around you.
I think this place is
Hearing
going
them
to allow
say
so many
specifically,
families to connect.
Donkey
Now,
Kong
can
ride
you do the
over
ride
these tiny
without the
video
head, without the
To me,
headset?
I think that's why
You
theme
can.
parks matter.
You'll be missing a little
can
bit
go
of
there
the
20
point of the
times.
ride.
Yeah.
All the
Always find
interactivity will be
something
gone.
new every
You're
But
actually
you
using
can
your
do it.
steering
You gotta
wheel
come
like
here and you have to see this place.
turtles shells at enemies.
Yep.
And you
The
have
Super
to get points.
Nintendo World is going to
Points
bring
for
so
steering,
much
points
joy
for shooting
to our
enemies.
guests, and is one of the reasons why Universal.
But you
Epic
can do the
Universe
ride
will
if
be
it's
an
like
amazing
actively
theme
giving you
park
a. You can also in the
experience.
middle of the ride just pull the headset off of it because you're wearing like a hat frame. I'm gonna take a second for this. The way they have this set up is actually really brilliant. When you get when you're about to get on the ride, you get, instead of like 3D glasses, you get essentially a Mario hat that you put on and like clamp down on your head to be comfortable. But it doesn't have any of the headset tech on it. It's just a piece of plastic with some magnets in it. When you sit down in the car, you put the all of the tech onto the visor that you put onto your head already. It magnets into place, and you just go. So all the stuff that touches you is just a cheap little piece of plastic that gets cleaned off. The ride boarding is really efficient as a result of that. They solved the VR ride problem by giving you half the headset before you get on. It's really
also
clever.
a dual loading station.
Yes.
Oh,
which I think most of their.
I didn't think we did that anymore.
Guardians does it. Like.
Woohoo! I mean, Dinosaur.
Oh, you come in on the upper floor on this one. Neat.
Yeah.
I thought you did that in Hollywood too.
No, Hollywood you come in on the ground floor.
Oh.
Like it's all ground floor, and you can go upstairs for a tiny bit. This has much more verticality to it. I really like that. One of the highlights for me from California was they do have all of these little mini games throughout the land that you get keys from. If you get 3 keys, you can go do a boss fight against Bowser Jr., and it is actually, like, gated. Like, you have to tap your band at the entrance. There's someone with a velvet rope that lets you in, and they only let you in if you did all the things to get there. But it's like a free, premium experience.
It does look like Donkey Kong does look like it has room for expansion, but Super Nintendo World is like Mario is super enclosed.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like
landlocked.
they'd be able to add another ride to that area if they wanted to. But maybe the whole point is they don't really need to. They have the one big one, and then they have the one kiddie one.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not going to focus on expanding lands. Like, I think the next thing is going to be a Zelda area.
Yeah, that's been heavily theorized, and I think it makes sense.
I had heard rumors of Zelda going in. You guys there?
Yeah, I just paused it for a second. Yeah, you're fine. Sorry.
Oh, okay. For a minute there, I worried it was.
No, I just if we were going to keep talking about Nintendo, I didn't want to force us into the next topic. No.
No. I thank you. I mean, the rumor that I had heard is that possibly Nintendo would expand beyond Epic Universe. Like, I've heard rumors of it possibly being the replacement for Poseidon's Fury. I've heard it possibly being a replacement for the Simpsons ride. Like, it's been tossed about. That's all rumors.
With both of those. Neat. I would love to see that.
A Super Smash Bros. Stage show.
Yeah. Oh, why did you have to say that? Oh, man.
And then at the end, all the characters come together to fight like the Master Hand or something.
Yeah.
It's either a big puppet or like on a video screen or something.
Have some interactivity with the crowd. If you do well enough, the final fight is with Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Aaron says I want a Kirby world.
Kirby would be cool. Oh, the food in Kirby Land would be amazing.
Would be great.
Yeah.
There's already
on the same wavelength.
There's a Kirby restaurant in Japan.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. And they have like little Jello, whatever those little guys are called, Waddle Dees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like little jelly versions, and then there's a lot of like fake food from like. Okay, anyways,
all right. Let's keep moving. We're never gonna finish.
Let's get spooky now.
Is the next theme park for Universal Orlando Resort, and will feature 5 astounding worlds that go beyond anything.
Tubbs was talking about the Yeti. We get the Yeti
Dark
here.
Universe, you'll enter a world of unearthly
which leads me to worry. Oh my goodness! What if it happens again?
I would die. If it works perfectly, it's amazing. If it fails, it's also amazing for the other reasons.
You're gonna go so quickly through that area. That thing's not gonna need to move.
And yet, it's going to.
Universe and being able to be in a world in which those monsters are real is something that I have been looking forward to since I started with Epic Universe.
I really hope at some point in time they put the Creatures from the Black Lagoon musical in here.
I was about to say that. That was a genuinely fun musical.
It really was.
Project, I've been waiting for it my whole life.
I just love that they're referencing Van Helsing in this.
Yeah, there's so much Van Helsing in this.
This is how the dark energy is.
Because that's like... That was
oddly enough the only Universal monster movies that are not featured in this video are the ones from the failed Dark Universe project.
Yep.
Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Inspired
I'm
Tom
very
Cruise has
glad.
mummy powers.
I'm very glad they did not try and shoehorn in the failed stuff. They just went, yep.
And the Invisible Man is a domestic abuser.
It's the concept.
Every inch of
it's kind of messed up.
story.
They don't mention 1997 Mummy either. They're talking about the classic.
There are layers of
because Brendan Fraser Mummy has done a whole other ride.
Dark Universe.
We kind of toe that line of being family friendly, but
live
we can also
actors,
be PG-13.
yay!
Roaming the land, we have some monsters that kind of move around. And
Roaming
then some other
monsters,
I love that. Roaming the land.
To these stories. You can actually have yourself made up
Wow.
to look like a monster.
Frankenstein's monster is going to be really confused by all the
I love this.
flashbulbs.
I love this.
Is a
Not just because
that's operated
like it's
by
an
the
experience that's really cool, but also it means that you
It's
can
centered
go in the
around
park
the
and
story
cosplay in the
of
park.
Dracula and vampires
Yeah.
themselves.
Also, the name of this restaurant is insanely
You're gonna
good.
get fed.
This
and
steakhouse,
you might
yeah.
get scooped
Yep.
up by vampires.
We will have steaks. On steaks.
Though I will say, if Disney wants to compete, all they
creating
have to do
entertainment
is
for
announce
families,
Jackie
And we're
Daytona's.
creating entertainment for those who want to conquer their fears.
Screw it, we're building it. The
Person
vampires
of
will be
follows
silly
the
as
same
hell.
story arc as our
Yep.
classic film, The Wolfman.
It takes place in an area that's really been taken over and inhabited by our mystics.
And you
Thank
see
you for not
Maleva.
saying
Maleva.
the bad words.
Maleva gives you bad news that you bear the curse of the werewolf. You're immediately put in the wagon and sent out into the woods.
And then
This
she
is an
immediately tells you that the
incredibly
Romani are a
family-friendly
diverse and wonderful
space.
people and they don't deserve to be disrespected. like
There's the
they
Yeti.
have been.
I can't wait.
That was static.
No, that's not the Yeti.
The Burning
That's
Window is
not
a
the
classic
Yeti.
part
No,
of
it's not.
Universal
Yeah.
monster lore. And so when we created the
Okay,
Dark
what is
Universe,
this from?
we knew that we had to create
Frankenstein.
Oh,
There's
okay.
the windmill.
That's how he quote unquote dies at the end of the first movie.
Oh.
they trap him in
Inside
the windmill and set it on
is a
fire.
wonderful little tavern, and this is the place where the
That's why the
hang out.
ending of
The
Frankenweenie
hounds
is
are the
that as
monster
well.
hunters.
I was
Here's
so
some
excited when they
tales,
said this is where the
trophies are
hounds
scattered
hang out.
about.
I'm like, are you going to be like in a bar with werewolves? And then it was the hunters, and I'm like, oh, I don't care.
This is people have been saying this is Evermore. This is Evermore 2.0.
Monsters on Jimmy
Yeah, fair.
will be the most amazing monster ride ever built.
I can't
We've never
wait.
opened these doors
This
to
looks so
Frankenstein
good.
Manor.
The thrills of the attraction, the chance to meet all of our classic monsters.
Shirtless
in a new and
monsters!
exciting way.
Theater kid
Inside
Dracula!
Monsters, the Frankenstein experiment, you're going to see things that defy what you know of as a theme park attraction.
There's a new resident now,
I
and her name
hope
is Victoria
so.
Frankenstein.
Victoria
Well, then
Frankenstein
again, my
is the
my bar for
great-great-granddaughter
theme
of
park
Henry
attraction was
Frankenstein. You don't
Handwich.
know if Victoria is
Disney's
good or
newest
bad, but
attraction.
She does want to bring good to the name Frankenstein again.
I love that this
Every night
ride is
inside
essentially the
manor,
plot of
Victoria
Young
is conducting
Frankenstein.
these experiments.
Yeah.
You're going
But
to see she's
action?
captured
Yep.
all of the Universal monsters. And wanting to
Meanwhile,
control
Disney wants to compete.
Dracula's got
They
her
do
plans.
own Young Frankenstein
Monsters
now.
on Jimmy
Oh, yes,
has
please.
the
No.
most technologically
Leave that movie
advanced
alone.
Animated figures.
You already didn't make a Tower of Terror
That's
ride.
the
based
Yeti.
on
They're
it.
visceral, they are
That's
powerful,
your
they are
Yeti.
intense.
The technology we are using is cutting edge.
We literally use every technology I could possibly think of.
With Dr. Van Helsing on the loose, this could be the most dangerous night of my life.
Shit.
So much,
Imagine what
so
could
much
happen in
squinching.
Yeah, I mean, can we
Yeah.
pause for a sec?
sense of touch. You'll literally be able
So-
to feel characters breathing.
You
Can
want
we
to
go back
ride
to
this
that?
ride
The
as
Yeah,
almost
sure,
as
sure,
if
sure.
it
We
was
can,
on
we can go
assembled.
back. Well, wait.
Yeah,
I just want to point out, I know you were talking about we only got to see 3 monsters. That one piece of art, no, the one where it's all the monsters.
We're just gonna play forward from here.
Monsters
Yeah,
Unchained
sorry.
has
No, you're good.
the
I'm just like, I'm not gonna scrub and find
technologically
it.
advanced animated figures.
Yeah, I
that
know.
have
It's
ever been
So we got Dracula, we got
visceral,
Wolfman.
they are powerful.
That's an
they are-
animatronic.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
Yeti.
it is.
The technology we are using is cutting edge.
We literally
Frankie.
use
Okay.
every technology I could
Wolfman.
possibly think
Man.
of. And then we realized we needed to invent new technology.
Okay, yeah, this is... I mean, look at all these monsters. We've got Frankenstein. I think that's the mummy.
We've got more ride vehicles in the background. I just noticed this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw that too. And the
This
one in
is
the
like going to
foreground.
be Harry Potter meets Spider-Man meets Indiana Jones Adventure.
Yeah.
We got
Oh yeah, there's
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Bottom
Yeah,
left.
this is definitely a Kuka arm ride.
It is.
Yeah.
I think that
I've
that's
not
been
quite been able to figure out who that is in the
Back
on the
right?
right side. Yeah, top right.
What, this? Yeah, it looks almost
No,
like...
no.
Oh.
in the
Down a
doorway.
little.
Oh, this?
Yeah, I've not been able
Oh.
to figure out who that is. I don't know
Oh.
if that's like Igor or maybe Dr. Jekyll.
I would believe Dr. Jekyll. It's definitely somebody doing science wearing a leather, like, front smock. And
Or maybe
the
it's
goggles.
the Invisible Man before he turns invisible.
Oh!
That's just a man.
What?
That's just a guy.
What if,
I mean, he's
what
still
if
a
they
mad
did like
scientist.
the butterfly in a cage illusion from Figment with the Invisible Man?
Oh,
But
I mean,
on
you
a
could do
Kuka
it
arm,
way
so
better.
you move really quick from one to the other.
You could just do a Pepper's Ghost if that in that case.
Yeah, you could.
oh,
Okay.
this is
Chat,
gonna be
behold a man.
But like, is it like that the mummy in there? Oh, I think that might be.
I
the
didn't
mummy.
realize it was going to be like
below
multiple.
the guy we were just talking about.
Oh, just like off here.
Yeah,
That.
is that the mummy?
Oh, they're not holding a gun. That's just rubble behind them. Okay. It could be the mummy not in wraps. Like, we've got like Frankenstein's great-great-grandchild here. We could have these could all be like the next generation of monsters potentially.
Yeah.
Like except for Frankenstein
love-
being reanimated because it's
Oh,
Frankenstein.
and I just love that they got the creature from the Black Lagoon in there.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster, and his name is like.
But if
Brett.
Frankenstein's monster is technically Frankenstein's child, then it still can bear the name Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. He's Frank Jr.
Oh, that's true. His last name. Yeah.
Imagine what could happen in a Monsters ride when this.
I also love that it's like a female Frankenstein.
Yes.
Because every other land at this park is like a male-led storyline.
Yep.
I can do.
And it's also very questionable at this point whether or not the Frankenstein female lead of the ride is good or bad, or just neutral.
We've created some of the most
morally neutral, yeah.
Morally ambiguous protagonist.
I think this universe.
Yeah,
is
that's not
going
the Van
to
Helsing
make
village.
The next generation fall in love with the monsters.
I also really enjoyed like this here specifically, that they're like it's about falling in love with the monsters. It's not about just pure jump scares, and it's about story and art.
Yeah, stories
it's
and
like
I'm
so thrilled.
For the first time ever, you are a part of it. It's the place.
Matthew can vouch. I am not a fan of jump scares.
No, I can testify to that. I will testify to that in court.
Monsters
Yeah.
are
I mean, Tom and I aren't
I
either.
can't wait to see your reactions as you come face.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of it either, but
fair.
I mean,
universe.
that being said, I am getting more into haunted houses, especially ones I can watch online.
Yes. It's like I almost want to do some of the lights on tours at the haunted houses at Universal, because that seems right up my alley.
Yeah.
But they put so much detail into this. The winding path as you come in, so you don't actually see
Dr.
anything.
Pretorius is an existing character as well. I forget what he's from, though.
Oh, I also heard that apparently Phantom is in this ride.
Oh, that's awesome.
This might be rumor. Do not take it as fact until you find it confirmed from a good source. But the rumor that I heard was that this has the organ from Phantom in it, with individual like flame jets coming out of the.
No, I think that's confirmed. I think that Universal put that on the website.
Okay, good. All right. I wasn't. I got it from someone on Twitter and did not go any deeper to confirm. So
I believe that is.
I thought you meant by Yeti. Was that figure there?
Gosh, I wonder if they do something here like every month for the full moon.
Are you kidding? Can you imagine what they're going to do for Halloween?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. They could probably make like a maze. If they had a dedicated space for building a maze,
they probably
like in this park.
I have thoughts, and I will express them once we're back. When it's the three of us.
I will not wait 4 hours for a maze, though, which is why I will never go to Universal during Halloween. Or I'll just leave before it becomes Halloween Horror Nights.
I mean, I would
like to do
Halloween Horror Nights, but I would have to shell out for the Express Pass.
Yeah.
Which is
I did
super
an improv
expensive.
show that was about vampires, and we called it Stakeout, and it was set at a steak restaurant.
That's very good.
Images are artist conceptual renderings. Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one.
I ate all the strawberries. Welcome back.
I have not been this excited for theme park things in a long time.
Oh,
I think it was World of Color.
Especially compared to what we've been getting
from
Disney, where it's just like, oh great, another attraction. Tyler's little lad who loves berries and cream.
Don't remind me of that commercial. Honestly, rewatching and following all this construction has made me fall back in love with theme park stuff. And also because it's not a Disney park, and I know that like Universal's clearly like doing a good job with this, and with like the advertising.
Universal senses blood in the water, and they're ready to step up and say,
are set
maybe
up
you're not
Disney's
the
lunch.
premier theme park company anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I mean,
And
it's a
maybe this
bloodbath
is
where
the
we
thing that
win.
Oh yeah. This
like
is this is a rising tide situation.
Yeah, this is capitalism working correctly. Like, it's a rare sight, but it's like we're actually getting like people competing.
This is how capitalism works correctly, as opposed to Genie Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I remember someone from Disney saying, like, oh, we've been aware of Universal's Epic Universe for a while now, and we're prepared at Walt Disney World for, you know, for the something. They
tell me how, you cowards.
Yeah, they made it sound like they had
their statement was, plans. Well, what do you think we've been doing what do you think we did for the 50th? That was supposed to be our safeguarding this Epic Universe. And everyone was like, really? That was your answer? 3 trackless dark rides?
Yeah. I fully concede that Rise, when it first opened, when it was working, was an incredible attraction that I had not seen anything like before.
But then they just did the same thing. Used the same setup for 2 more rides.
Just over and over again. Yeah.
I mean, in Remy's defense, it was a pre-existing attraction.
Yeah.
But to build 3 of them back to back to back.
They must have had like a discount or something.
I'm sure.
Like I genuinely, I get that if you already have those contractors who are building that ride, like be like, okay, well let's just get the other things. Or like, I mean, what other ride do you build for Ratatouille? But you didn't have to put a ride in France.
Yes.
You could have done any other thing.
You could have given me a secret Swiss bobsled training facility. You could have
sure, or like a Germany boat ride.
Do you know what it would take hardcore Disney fans to lose interest in Epic Universe? A New World Showcase Pavilion.
Yeah.
It's been 35 years.
New Showcase Pavilion with a new attraction. Mm-hmm.
That's all it need, not just, we're expanding what we already have. Just something purely new. Something where we don't have to worry, okay, what are we losing then? What are we losing now?
Take out the farce of equatorial Africa and put something in there. It can still be Africa, but like put something in there.
Build an honest goodness pavilion around an African country.
Mm-hmm.
There is an entire empty show building ready to go behind Japan. It's already built and it's empty. Build that little... How hard is it to build a rotating theater? Walt Disney did it with his bare hands already. Like, what else?
It was prepared for an empty theater, but then the veterans groups complained.
Why does it seem so baffling that Disney just, like, can't step up to the level that, like, Universal's doing?
I think it's just that they don't think they have to.
It's overconfidence. Exactly. Because they think no one can touch them.
What. Mm-hmm.
And it's the fact that we're investing in the technology, but we don't really care that much what we're saying with it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, come 2025, I'm probably getting a Universal AP and dropping the Disney one. Like, it's just good. I'm going to want to spend so much more time in Berk and Super Mario World, in Monsters. Like, I think I could be perfectly happy just getting a season pass to Epic Universe. Like,
I mean, you still get the other 2 parks with it,
and I'm thrilled but I feel like I'm.
And now you know so much more about Islands of Adventure.
Yep,
you can point out styrofoam. Boom!
I'm right there with you, Ben. Like, I'm like, I wanted to like do something this summer, even just for like a weekend. But I'm like, screw it. Like, I know money's tight, but I'm gonna like save up for Epic Universe. Like, that now seems like the once in a lifetime kind of like getting to do those 3 parks and fully getting to enjoy Epic Universe and all of those rides. Like, I'm gonna try not to like spoil anything for myself with ride throughs and stuff. Like, it would be so nice to go and just ride like whatever the new Harry Potter ride is, the Monsters ride, and watch that How to Train Your Dragon show. Like, all those things that I've never watched before in full. Yep. I've seen clips of the How to Train Your Dragon show, but I've not sat and watched the entire thing. Also, it's in a different language, with no subtitles. Like, it would be just so good to actually get to go experience all those things. And if they plan right, then you can have like the fast lane shit ready to go as well, which I assume that they probably will.
Yeah.
I don't know what
my thought I did want to share.
Yes, please.
I think Universal could really hype. I mean, it's already hyped up for Epic Universe, but if you really want to hype up Dark Universe, they should have made like an intro, like a prequel, as either a house or a scare zone for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
Now they haven't announced the scare zones, but supposedly, like, it's not going to be a house this year. But come on, like, welcome to Darkmoor. Get people excited. Oh, we saw these characters up close. Now I need more.
Didn't they just do a Universal Monsters one?
I think they did a Universal House last
made
year.
Monsters a recurring franchise each year.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they announced it for this year, but supposedly it will be some revisiting the one they did for Bride of Frankenstein. They've kind of like been mashing up different monsters. Like 2 years ago, I think it was Dracula, the Wolfman, and the Mummy. Last year, it was Unmasked, so it was Phantom of the Opera, the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The scary version, not the Disney,
right?
Not the more sympathetic version. That really it should be. This was a Esmeralda's dead. Now you must all die.
Okay. At least you took a.
But honestly,
was there a movie off of that or something that I missed?
I mean, I believe Hunchback was the first, technically the first Universal monster movie.
Oh, okay.
I did not know
It
that.
usually doesn't get included in the...
No, it's like that and the Lon Chaney Phantom.
What's it called? The CUM? Cinematic Universal Monsters?
No, we don't call it that. No, we really don't call it that. No.
Oh. So, yeah, Hunchback was 23. When was the Phantom?
Man, where's Tom? This is like all his bag. He knows all that.
He picked a heck of a night to be busy.
25.
Yeah. 25. Oh my gosh. So that's 100 years when this opens.
Yeah.
Wowee.
I had said before that like I wouldn't mind waiting a year after the park opens, and then Ben said, I'm going opening year when everything still works.
I do not need to be there opening day, but it needs to be opening year before we start having stuff like Rise going into B mode and turning off the cannons and this.
Oh, they don't consider those two canon. Oh, because they've fallen into public domain. Which is BS.
Yeah.
But yes, those two are monsters, whether Universal will accept them or not. And they can't exploit them.
I'm also like I distinctly remember the first time that I found out that they were putting How to Train Your Dragon in Epic Universe, because I had been so actively upset at Universal for doing all of these DreamWorks things and not putting that in any of them.
This was the
they used Kung Fu Panda. They opened up an entire like subland in the Universal Studios park that's everything but that. And it's like, why are you allergic to this franchise that is done so well? Oh, you're making an entire land. Okay,
because they've been doing this for like 7 years.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not every Universal thing. I still want Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Ooh, yeah. Like, let's get rid of the Minions ride.
As like a motion sim or something, or replace
just some sort of present. I need more Jay Ward characters. Like, Dudley Do-Right is great, but for Pete's sake, your anchor characters are Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Peter there.
Yeah, they had something like that.
Sorry, I just imagine Peabody and Sherman doing Spaceship Earth.
Was the Cat in the Hat DreamWorks or directly Universal? The
it's based on the
movie was DreamWorks.
The ride's based on the book.
It's based on the book, so that's directly from Dr. Seuss Enterprises.
Everything in the land is book based specifically, but then because the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat movies were both DreamWorks, even though the Lorax wasn't a DreamWorks movie, it was still distributed by Universal because they still own the rights to Seuss stuff. So not all those movies are DreamWorks. But
to be fair, not all Dr. Seuss movies are Universal. I believe 20th Century owns Horton Hears a Who.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because that was Blue Sky.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Right. Now there's going to be a new Cat in the Hat movie being made by DreamWorks, though. As if that will get it right.
So, yeah, Cat in the Hat was DreamWorks, but it was distributed by Universal.
Okay. So they got their finger in it a little bit, sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at the film adaptations now.
Yeah,
Rich
not all
Universal.
DreamWorks stuff
Horton
is Universal.
Horton was 20th Century.
But Bites and Coffee, I've heard so many mixed reviews about the Cat in the Hat movie. Like
Lorax was Illumination, which is Universal.
Regardless of anything we say about anything on this show, if you like it, don't let us yuck your yum. Like regardless of anything, if you unironically love The Room, go for it, man.
Hey,
we'll just be over here having fun.
I enjoyed Cats, so
Also,
Where's Neverland? That was the Universal movie. I need a Cats.
Oh my gosh!
You want to talk about a milk bar?
Replace the Fast and the Furious with the Cats ride.
Alex head out of the water.
Welcome to Ride Rehab. We should have the Ride Rehab. Can we have the Ride Rehab intro like ready to go next time?
Please give it to me. I'll.
Yeah, we should probably.
How would you make a Cats ride? It would be like an Omni movie. It would be like Haunted Mansion, right? It would be an Omni movie between all the songs.
Or trackless. Or trackless.
Ooh, do it as trackless, and the order that you get each of the cat songs in is different each time.
Why?
Because
why would that
different.
matter?
It gives you some like randomness to it.
No, I agree. Plus, it gives you more time to spend with individual characters. Like, come on, I need to get up close with Skimble Shanks. It's the railway cat. Do not disrespect Skimble Shanks, the railway cat, the cat of the railway train.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the beat his song goes by.
I have seen no versions of Cats, so I have no frame to compare this to whatsoever.
Oh, well, I will say that the cinematic classic is on Netflix at the moment.
We don't always have to stream it. We could just watch it in Discord. Like we could watch an actual licensed movie in Discord, and then just like release like like a little montage of the funniest moments or something. Just sound like an episode of
Discord. If we do a watch along for Cats at some point, hey.
Speaking of Seuss, before I forget, I actually just watched. There was a live-action Dr. Seuss movie called The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T. I watched it, and it was genuinely very good and interesting. It was written by Seuss. It was directed by him. It was very weird. Or sorry, it was art directed by him. It's such a weird movie. The main kid character is also named Bartholomew Cubbins, I believe. Or if it wasn't that, it was like a name very close. It was like Bartholomew Crubbins or something. But yeah, go check that movie out. Like I rented it on YouTube for legally, and it's a very weird, interesting movie if you want to see the other side of Seuss stuff. The bad guy, I forget what his name is. It was Dr. T, but it stood for something. He's played by the guy who voiced Captain Hook in the original Disney Peter Pan.
Oh, wow.
And also he's very young, and he looks like Crispine from The Play That Goes Wrong. So hearing the Captain Hook voice come out of this guy who looks like Crispine is very funny. It's all I can see the entire show.
We got to see that live.
You want to talk about that while we're here? No, it's already been. It's already been 3.5 hours.
Oh, the theme park that goes wrong. Oh,
that's what I said that. when we were doing like an Epcot ride rehab, I said that the France Pavilion should have a show based around food, and it's just like the Goes Wrong Kitchen. And you do like a fake cooking show when you can have people talking about French food, and then just shit keeps going wrong, and you do it mischief style. That should be in the France Pavilion. And it would be very easy. You build a cheap little theater, or you use the existing France movie. I don't know. Anyways,
that doesn't feel very French humor to me, but I like the concept of doing it as a World Showcase.
Comedy?
That feels more like a Swedish Chef stage show.
Yes.
For Muppets.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Hollywood Studios thing.
Get rid of Pizza Rizzo. Have this going on in the restaurant by way of Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Like,
the
you have the
Fawlty
Swedish
Towers
Chef
dynamic.
show that happens in the restaurant every 15 minutes.
Anyway.
Thanks for watching Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Was there anything else?
Do we want to check in with Tubbs before we head out for the day?
Oh, yeah. Tubbs, what's up? Do you have anything else to say about these specials?
Tubbs, I'm sorry. You're in wardrobe. Okay. All right. You're good now? Okay.
Just to be safe, I'll put my K9 costume back on. Maybe that'll remind Disney that we still have IPs to compete with Epic Universe.
Oh, yeah.
They have sexy monsters, but we have Shooty Gatwa.
That's true. God, I hope they don't do that. Well, thanks a lot. Can be sure to visit screenholetv.com, join the Discord, get notified of everything, follow this Twitch channel. I feel like I'm going to do a magic trick.
Watch me pull a promo out of my ass.
Yeah, that's about it. I can do a magic trick. I'll do it when we're done streaming.
I'm going to make us all disappear. Bye.